It can get lonely climbing Mount McKinley, so to entertain myself, I go to ChumbaCasino.com. At Chumba Casino, I can play hundreds of online casino-style games for free, like online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Plus, I get a daily login bonus. It's just too bad that up here, I don't have anyone to share my excitement with. Woohoo!
Live the Chumba life. Anytime, anywhere. Play for free now at ChumbaCasino.com. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
Hello there, listeners, and welcome to what is the final Didn't Get All of It Japan of 2024. On this week's show, we're going to be talking all the most important stuff coming up on the biggest week of the year for us, as Wrestle Kingdom week is fast approaching. And as the week itself has gotten bigger and bigger over the years, for this show, we felt the need to expand a little bit ourselves. So joining me on this venture tonight is our own personal heat miser. It's B-Rob.
When you said this is the last episode of 2024, I got nervous. I was like, wait a minute, did we have a talk when I wasn't around? I thought you meant final.
Well, it is for you.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, we're changing.
You're replacing me, huh? Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I'll just stand over here in the corner while you introduce the rest of the people and possibly my replacement.
And he is the Rudolph of this show. It's Will Housel.
What? I'm a freak?
Yes.
Okay. You know, it's very on brand for this podcast to replace the one black host.
Yeah, that's
We have a long history of that.
Uh-huh. That's all I got for you on that. Also joining us, making his return to the show, it's old Saint Nick himself. Mr. Nick Marsico is back with us tonight.
I was pronouncing his name, Hausel.
I've heard worse.
Like what?
Hoosel.
I like
Hoosel.
Hoosel.
I like
Hoosel.
Hoosel.
I
Hey, you're
like a-
Hoosel now.
Like a Dr. Seuss character.
But you gotta say it like that. It's Will Hoosel.
Yeah. So it's two things.
Right, now's my resignation from the show. Thank you very much.
Well, so it's two things.
Yeah, two hosts leaving.
What? No. I'm saying like your freaking your goddamn Discord icon. I thought that was you, and then like I seen your Twitter handle, which is your last name backwards. So I thought that was your name, and I didn't know how to pronounce that shit. And I was just like, fuck it, he's just Will.
For those who don't know, my Discord icon is Daisuke Sakamoto. In this shirt that says "I'm hard."
Mm-hmm. And which is on brand for your humor.
Yeah,
so
honestly,
I thought it was you.
Fair enough.
And then the picture is very small, so I couldn't really discern anyway.
So what you're saying is they all look alike. That's not okay for somebody like you to say.
Wow, Rob.
I mean, I think
That's
it would
not
be
okay.
all right, except for anyone except for me and Will to say.
See, this is why you're getting replaced.
Yeah, you're right.
You've offended me, the Italian guy.
And me, the white guy. I'm the most offended.
Oh no, he's offended that we're not offended.
Oh,
But I think I just joined your group, B-Rob. I joined your group now.
Yeah, he's a minority with us.
Yes. This is what I've been living for.
wow!
I want no
finally.
more privileges. I want my privileges revoked.
This is
I'll
why
get new
Luigi and Diddy are in the same jail. This is the same. It's like
Yep.
that.
Equality. He
Fight the
diddled
power.
someone with his finger. He diddled someone with bullets.
No, we didn't. What are you talking about?
Allegedly.
Diddled and riddled.
Yeah, the diddler and the riddler. Can we put that as a show title?
It's still early.
Okay, all right.
Right,
We got
write it
time.
down.
I gotta say something.
By the way, that
offensive
was a
first.
no. That was a no. That will not be the show title.
We got to make an offensive joke.
We might get good SEO off of that.
Yeah, like that matters.
I don't
here.
think we want that. Yeah, not
I
here.
ended up finding it in my searches. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. I don't want. I just want to
What do you
say
got?
out loud that I don't want to know what his search history looks like.
see,
Mostly
I
just
do.
pizza.
It's just like 2007 or Ring of Honor torrents.
What? Who would torrent Ring of Honor?
In
Nick?
2010, I definitely did torrent Ring of Honor. 2007, are you kidding me? I 100% did. That's completely on point. And around 2010 or so, yeah, I had almost all of 2007 downloaded from torrents. How the fuck did you know that shit? That's actually true.
Oh my god!
It's
Like
just a
legitimately,
wild guess.
because I had like 2002 through 2005 on DVD, and I had like nothing from 2006, and then like 2007 8, I torrented like 3/4 of their shows. Son of a bitch.
Allegedly, and
No, legally. Totally.
hey,
I'm gonna watch my Ricky Reyes tapes.
hey, Kaz,
Yes, sir.
didn't they have some other delightful information that you want to share with the people?
Yes, before we get to everything else on the show, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our feed on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a 5-star review. And if you want to join in on more of the fun, including our Fatal 4 Podcast Discord, where we talk all week about all things wrestling and more, get ad-free weekly shows, the occasional bonus episode, and Discord-exclusive watch-alongs and tape studies of the many things we talk about here on the show, subscribe to us for just $3 a month on Patreon at the Fatal 4 Discord level. And if you want even more, get in at the $5 Fatal 4 Plus level, where you get all that good stuff, plus extra podcasts from the entire Fatal 4 podcast family that expand on the weekly shows you already know and love. Subscribe via Fatal 4 Podcast or go to fatal4podcast.com. That's fatal, F-O-U-R podcast.com for links to that, our merch, our socials, and everything else we've got in store. Now, talk amongst yourselves. What do we got?
I got hate and discontent. Chris Jericho is still alive and
Festivus?
breathing.
Festivus?
No.
That's a Seinfeld thing, right?
Yeah, it's you air out your grievances.
Hey,
I know-
Seinfeld's not that good.
Wait, what did I just hear? Hold on a second. Who just said that?
Oh, you just offended the New Yorker.
You have upset the Italian minority from New York.
I just said fuck Jerry
Jersey.
Seinfeld. That's what I said.
You know, he would have made a real great Ring of Honor talent with all the minors he hung out with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That was good. Definitely leave that in.
It's not going anywhere.
Good.
What's the deal with all these minors?
They got all their hard hats and lights.
God damn it. I was going to do it.
Motherfucker.
Kramer, who's this Marty Skrull guy? He seems real swell.
Have you seen what he does with an umbrella?
Oh no, I don't want to know. So, what's up with this A block, fella?
Not a
We're
whole
off
lot
the
of-
rails.
Listen, thank God, because there's not a lot of news. We got to fill A-block somehow. Yeah, we got just a couple things we need to talk about. Sumi Sakai has announced her retirement. Her final match will be at New Japan's Battle of the Valley, January 11th in San Jose, in a 6-person tag match against Hiromu Takahashi, Mayu Iwatani, and Yuka Sakazaki, against Sumi and 2 partners of her choosing who have not been announced yet.
Can I guess one of the partners?
What do you got?
Marty Skrull.
No, fuck no.
Absolutely not.
But it's a very out there pick. But she's openly very close friends with him. A Cheeseburger.
Oh,
That's a good one. That's a damn good idea. Yeah, I think
That's not bad,
works.
yeah.
Cheeseburger and Billy
as far-
Stark.
it makes
Just
sense,
because she
though.
cosplay as her.
I wouldn't be against that.
Yeah. I mean, Cheeseburger is like a staple in ROH at this point. Like the only
He's
good
a
bastion
legend.
of Holt.
He's a Ring of Honor legend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like,
He's a New Japan Rambo legend too, isn't he?
He was
Yeah.
he joined the NWO 2000.
what?
You don't remember that in the Rambo? He joined the NWO.
Oh shit, you're right. No, I do remember exactly what you're talking about. I didn't understand until I'm the one who said Rambo. And then
Oh
you
no,
say
sorry,
something
it
about
was
the
a
Rambo.
New Year's Dash. It was New Year's Dash the next night. I'm
Whatever
sorry.
it was, no, but I remember that though. That
Yeah,
was what,
he
2018?
Around there, yeah, he teamed with Scott Norton, Kojima, Tenzan.
Yep.
NWO Burger.
That was on the WCW Grill menu.
Probably.
Burger World Order.
It's not like they were that creative.
Hamburger.
Funny enough, I'm actually going to be seeing Sumi Sakai this weekend.
Oh, she your friend?
No, she's going to be working the New Texas Pro Show.
Yeah.
No, she was his college roommate.
Oh shit!
I'm not. You and B Rob are the old ones, so
More inside baseball.
But yeah, it's billed as her final match in Texas.
Who's she wrestling?
Rachel Rose.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick.
Oh, DPW's Rachel Rose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be a good match. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be.
I'm surprised Rachel ain't on the way out nowhere.
Yeah, I think she was at one point.
She's just kind of been stuck.
Yeah, just been popping up in New Texas Pro all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like her significant other is a wrestler down here in the Indies, and this motherfucker had brain surgery. So I mean, she might have been dealing with that.
Mm. But yeah, Sumi Sakai, the next Joshi legend to retire, it seems, with her and then Mako Satomura being done in a couple months as well.
Yeah, it seems to be all of a sudden. Is it something we don't know about?
It's just
like all of them just dropping like flies. Yeah,
just that.
I guess
that's that generation's time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The other news we got. We will be having the Pro Wrestling All-Star Thanksgiving Festival on the 1st and 24th of February.
Gobble, gobble.
Noah, DDT, and TJPW.
Now,
under the Cyber Fight banner.
Will they have the Thanksgiving match where someone puts on the turkey suit, like in TNA?
I mean, honestly, it's DDT, so probably.
Or
they'll just have an actual turkey.
Who's Japanese Christopher Columbus?
Oh, no.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Well, I'm curious because they're celebrating Thanksgiving.
In February.
It is weird that it's Thanksgiving, but yeah.
In February.
I mean, I don't think they do Thanksgiving in Japan, so Thanksgiving just means something else. It just means giving thanks, I guess. I mean, I would assume, we only have Thanksgiving in, Japan, Jesus Christ, in America and Canada. So, I mean, according to Booker T,
What?
There was a joke, there's an attempt at a joke there from the old, what was that show that he did terrible on?
All of them?
NXT?
No, yes.
TNA?
No, fucking... Also,
WCW?
Yes. No, that was great. What are you talking about?
WWE?
Yeah, bro.
Ring Ka King.
Oh, okay.
No, fucking, you were the worst, weakest link, the weakest link, that one, he was on that, right?
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yes, and he mentioned, he was the one who said that he thought that Thanksgiving in America was in October. Am I right?
What?
I don't
Yes,
know
that's
that.
why my joke is funny. That's exactly why my joke is funny, even though I had to explain it. It was funny to me.
There you go. We
That
did
was
it.
back.
Also,
that
did you
was
hear
back
Booker
when
T was my
everyone-
college roommate? I got him back. All right.
He probably was.
How old the fuck do you think I am? Jesus.
About as old as me.
All right, that's fair. That's completely on point.
He all washed.
For real.
Hey, man, you don't even wash your jeans.
Because you don't need to.
Yeah,
I
when
was
they're
just looking
dirty.
this up. I want to go back to Mayu and Sumi Sakai just because I can, because I have a microphone and I can talk. I was looking it up because I had forgotten. I'm like, wait a second, the hell did I see? And I didn't see Sumi in any when she was champion. I saw her in 2019 when she was cornering Mayu in Ring of Honor back in a show in Lakeland, Florida. That's where I saw them together. Versus, remember Holodead?
Yes.
Mayu
Yeah.
versus Holodead. I saw that was a great match actually.
Wasn't she Thunder Rosa's partner?
Yeah, she
Yes,
was.
a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, I saw Mayu versus Holodead back in 2019.
God damn.
See, you mentioned these Florida shows. Whenever I think of Florida Indies, I always think about Style Battle.
Yeah,
Bring those
that
back.
was a good concept. It really was.
Bring back Flow Slam.
Oh God.
Oh,
let's
yeah, I
not.
remember that.
Goddamn.
Tweet at Gabe. The stream's okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
That was a weird time in wrestling, man. That whole blow slam to WWN live stuff. That was a really interesting time.
It's so much
in
easier to
online
pirate
internet wrestling.
shows.
Me
But
matey.
easier? You mean it's not easy now?
I think it's easier now.
It's way easier now. Come on. What year is this?
Oh, I don't pirate shows. I'm a good, responsible adult.
Yeah, I mean, everybody comes to my house to watch the shows.
I mean, I'm just saying I know that it's possible. I didn't say I do it. Wink.
Hey, chill out, Luigi.
Dude, I literally brought my shoulder closer to the camera and winked, even though the camera's not even on. What the hell's wrong with me? That's like back in the old days in RBR when I used to put my hand to my ear and said, "Call in." Did you guys know that? I literally used to put my hand to my ear.
I don't know
like
what
a
show
fucking
you're
telephone.
referring to. Never heard of it.
No, it's a good show. No, it's the. I got no joke. I was trying to come.
There
up
is
with
there is
something
no
that
proof
was
of that anywhere.
Yes, there is. It's
There.
hold on. I'm coming up with a joke. Hold on a second. Let me get there. I'm not getting there, guys. Keep going.
Lower.
We do have one last piece of news.
Wait, no. RBR was my college roommate.
There is
Not
no,
to- I-
there is
And
no
that's
podcast in boxing.
Back to the well too many times. Shit. All right.
Listen, we beat jokes into the ground on this show every week.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're mostly 9/11 jokes, but
Yeah. That's surprising. The last couple episodes, we hadn't had any of those.
Yeah, we really haven't. We got to fix up.
wow, we're doing better.
Yeah. Good job. Let's not bring that down on top of itself.
I mean, we did just have Jesse Ventura on wrestling television, so I mean, there's a
Is he here?
We rightfully let that
That's
one
right,
die, by the way,
folks.
D-Rob.
Jesse Ventura's here at the podcast.
There he is.
That's what I wanted.
That's what I did too.
One night only.
What about the night after, though?
No.
I'll be honest, I was hoping for more.
Damn it.
You talk about your Ring of Honors. There's nothing honorable about that. The only honor I have is when I served in the war with the Master Chief.
He
Now
was
in
hunting
Fortnite.
predators, huh?
Now in Fortnite. Fuck, man.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah. Speaking of things,
This is what happens when Nick joins the show.
yeah. Speaking of things that people beat.
I was trying my hardest not to throw things off. I did my best, and I was able to be quiet for about.
He's just
a minute
quiet
and a
and we're
half.
just doing bits the whole time.
It's my fault. Though. I bring you guys off on a tangent. It's what I do. You guys are aware of this. Okay, I come in and I completely throw everything off the rails, and then I mute myself for half an hour.
It's the
Let
demon
it
energy.
play out later.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm
And
taking
you
a
just
nap.
like, my transition just got stepped all over.
See, that wasn't my fault though. They stepped on it and I joined. Just remember that part.
You gangster stomp the shit out of me.
they're just a malignant presence. Speaking of malignant, ELP beat cancer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
Malignant is a
you
pretty good
found
movie.
a way. Dude, I cried when he came out. Like legit, like man tears. Not
So
even man
brave
tears.
of
They
him.
were girly tears. I fucking cried. I was so excited.
Yeah, it was really cool. I did not expect that at all. I figured he'd be out till middle of next year or something.
Till life?
No, I wasn't that pessimistic.
Like, and I thought he was just coming out to like say hello to the fans, just like a little end of the year thing. And I'm sitting there going, I was sitting there like praying. I'm like, please tell me he's coming back. I'm just dying here. And they did. And I
So was
popped out
he.
of my seat.
Oh no!
Wait, what? I said out of my seat.
He said he was dying there.
Ah.
It's EOP returned, and he is now part of the TV title match at Wrestle Kingdom.
Good job. He should win. Just get it off of Renarita.
I mean, listen, maybe and we'll talk about that later as far as who we want to win and stuff, because we will be covering all of Wrestle Kingdom tonight.
Yes.
It is very, very cool to have him back. I'm glad he's got a spot at Wrestle Kingdom because he had a pretty good year this year.
Glad he's okay.
Yes.
What do you mean? He didn't get the team at Tag League with Jado.
Which, yes, it was.
Oh, you think he did the thing to get out of the thing?
Oh,
He faked it against
Oh my
the
God.
Tag League.
I got
Jesus
cancer. I'm sorry. I don't want to be his team.
it's
Good God.
Then tag league,
for me, dude.
well, I mean, tag league is over now, and he's like, "Oh, I'm better now."
It's not for me, dude. I gotta go get surgery.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
The house numbers aren't big enough for LP.
Now that's a conspiracy.
No. I think that's what we got for APOC. Whenever we come back, we're not going to cover all of the big matches
We're going to hell.
outside of New Japan in this coming Wrestle Kingdom week.
ET is Ryan Seacrest here. People always say it's good to unwind, but that's easier said than done. The exception, Chumba Casino. They actually make it easier done than said, or at least the same. Chumba Casino is an online social casino with hundreds of casino-style games like slots and blackjack. Play for fun. Play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Sign up now and collect your free welcome bonus at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, "Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody." Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, we're back on Didn't Get All of It Japan. And the episode here with the last episode, I believe, as I was told, of the year. Not of all time. No, I was told not that true. Anyway, B-Block action tonight, whenever you're listening to this podcast. They're going to start talking about with DDT. Go.
Jake Roberts has one.
Mm-hmm.
Most overused move in wrestling, is that true? Who thinks so?
No.
Nah,
I disagree.
I think it's.
Not anymore.
I think it's the most depowered move in wrestling.
It
went
from
from
overused move, the V trigger.
super kick.
Wait, no. Canadian Destroyer.
No,
Yeah.
V trigger's getting up there.
Well, headbutts, I think, is a high three. Headbutts is
By the way, you say V trigger.
very oversaturated.
You mean C trigger, right?
What? Why do you say C trigger?
My favorite wrestler, Chase Owens.
Oh no, that's Kaz's favorite wrestler.
So that's my gimmick.
It's our favorite wrestler then.
But do you own a Chase Owens shirt?
But do you own a Chase Owens cracker card? That came out wrong, but you know what I mean.
I think it came out the way it
That's just
should
a
have.
Chase Owens card. What are you talking about?
It's generic Chase Owens card. It's not. It's just a. It's a.
I
Profile
mean,
picture, not even him.
You just say Chase Owens. You don't have to put generic there. I mean, that's just like a given.
That's not fair.
Yes, it is.
He wears a
Accurate, but it's
bandana,
not
guys.
fair.
It's because he's hiding his hairline.
What hairline? Oh,
Exactly.
oh, we nailed it. Oh, see, that's why we're the best team. That's why we're the comedy
Yes.
duo.
Is he even booked
We're
for
the
Wrestle Kingdom?
He'll be in the Rambo.
Yeah. Which I'm very interested to talk about the Rambo later.
Yeah, we'll get
But let's
there.
talk about
But
what
yeah,
we're here to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the non-New Japan stuff in the week leading up to Wrestle Kingdom. And like Nick said, first up, there's one match on the DDT card that is interesting.
Wow, only one match. That's just
Only
shit.
just the
Well,
one?
no, listen, I've
It's gonna
only
be
listened-
real fucking long.
I have only listed the matches that are interesting on these cards because not everything is interesting.
Okay.
So the big
Objective.
matches for these shows.
Yeah,
big
to
matches for
you.
these shows.
Some
Why do you got
people might
anything
like
from
it.
Dynasty on there,
Okay, name me anyone besides the two people that are listed
Well, let
on
me pull up this
rundown
card. I don't even
that
know
are
what's
in
on this
Marigold.
card.
We're going to cover Marigold in a minute. Name me anybody else on that roster.
Hold on. Oh, on the roster?
Give me one.
Ninja Mac.
Ugh.
No.
Wait, on the DDT roster, is Chris Brooks still there?
No.
Yeah, Chris Chris Brooks is there.
Yeah, there you go.
What's the puppet's name?
Antonio Honda.
That's not the puppet.
No, but I'm saying I'm naming people on the roster.
I know, but he asked the question.
Bokotan.
Yeah.
Not the point. My point is there's only one good
Mao?
match on the card.
Yeah, Mao was good.
Mike
like
Bailey?
My
Mao.
wife is in love with Mao.
Michael Nakazawa.
Okay, let's chill.
I just need to,
Let's talk about the one.
Kaz to shut up and be wrong again.
You shut up and
You wrong, motherfucker. You. Anyway, you're right, because like I see the first name in this match that you're about to say to us or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, give me all that shit.
And what else do you need? Yes, it's Konosuke Takeshita and Jun Akiyama teaming up against Yuki Ino and Yukio Naya. All we really need to know is it's Takeshita. If Takeshita's involved, it's going to be good.
Yes.
I don't know. You see that Ricochet match?
Yeah, it was good. You're the only one that didn't like it.
Because you don't like Ricochet.
No, actually, I thought his Ospreay match was very good.
Because Ospreay was there.
He actually means the first AEW one.
But
That's the whole, that's the whole joke.
But yeah, I think that's about all as far as the DDT show is concerned. I think that'll be a match worth checking out on Wrestle Universe if you get a chance.
did that, as far as DDT goes, did that guy retire yet?
Which,
The owner
Sakura
or whatever?
Ichikawa? Who? Oh, wait. He retired, right?
I think so. Yeah. He retired at the show that Ibushi was at, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
With Tana. I think Tana was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. There you go. He retired.
Yeah. On the Marigold First Dream show, which I think is New Year's Day, if I remember correctly, the main event is for the Marigold World title with Sari, the current Tokyo Sports Female Wrestler of the Year, taking on Utami Hayashishida. Be your ups.
Utami! Love that lady.
Yeah. That match should slab. Those two are great.
Yeah, and they'll probably slap the shit out of each other as well.
Oh, they definitely will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's probably the only match to look forward to on that Marigold card. Marigold's been a little lax lately.
Well,
I feel like
they
I
have more
haven't
people on
heard
the roster than they have attendance.
Yeah, and I feel like I haven't been hearing Utami's name a lot.
No, I think that might be a sign that she's not going to be there too much longer, if I had to guess. I think she probably makes the jump next year, because I just don't think there's a lot for her to do.
But to where?
Get right to her in QAnon, lady.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
What? What is this? What's happening?
What?
She's going to go to Florida.
Oh, goddamn. Does she have to?
I mean, probably.
I mean, like for real, other than NXT or WWE, where would be a good fit for her?
Honestly, I think there's room.
I mean, what would you think? I mean, yeah, because I mean, they need. Well, I don't know. We wanted to mix it up with Tessa Blanchard.
Well, listen, I'm on record saying Tessa will be gone in 6 months.
Oh, I think I said that you like Tessa.
That's where I thought he was going to.
I mean,
yeah.
He's like, I like that big chin.
You mean 6 months for bad reasons, or 6 months because WWE picked her back up?
Oh no, she's gonna fuck up something in 6 months.
Oh, okay. Very well.
Yeah, no.
So
Crimson Chin.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you who are listening, mark this episode, mark this timestamp. Kaz says we're giving 6 months to Tessa Blanchard fucks up again, or something to the bad effect happens. So I want to document this, and I want to check back in 6 months to see what happens.
She's like
she's going to show up in Noah next.
I prefer she didn't.
She's going to go after Daga. She's coming
I was about to say that.
She's getting revenge.
Yeah. Daga, we're coming for you.
You fit Noah's Ark on that chin.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I get the point of that one.
Yeah, of course you do. On the Stardom side of the Joshi.
Hey guys, she's got a big chin.
Oh, fuck. Good joke.
Yeah. All over it.
Yeah, all over that chin.
Not going to say. No, not going to say what I was going to say. Nope. No, thank you.
Say it. No, we're going to bully you.
Say it.
We're going to bully you.
Say it.
Come on.
Listen, just because she's a bad person doesn't. No.
Yeah.
Say, God damn it, say it. We're not. I'm going to take the show over. It'll be my show now if you don't say it.
I can't say that on the
Coward.
I will never quit the show.
Coward. You make me sick.
Come on, you little bitch.
She's not.
He's gonna puke.
Okay, he's because she's a bad person doesn't mean she's not pretty.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm not.
That's pretty bad.
I'm proud of it, but also,
Cash had to rest his balls on her chin.
Yeah, ball chinian.
Looking like Jay Leno when she gives head.
Oh. Gas, hurry up. Segway.
Find one.
I don't know how.
Leave this place, Cass. Take me with you.
You see this? Hear about this?
Anyway, on the Stardom side of the Joshi Wrestling, we have a number of really good matches.
We love women here, by the way.
We do.
I really do.
At Stardom's Dream Queendom 2024, we have a submission match between Shuri and Konami, which I remember you saying you were interested in.
Yes, very, very interested in this because, like, as we established at the creation of this show, that I'm not, as in the know with a lot of Japanese wrestling, especially the Joshi wrestling. So, like, just to have a match of, with this stipulation, this caliber or whatnot, I'm very much so interested because I've, relatively never seen anything like this. So very, very interested.
Yeah, both of them are very good. Shuri, a former World Stardom champion, also former UFC fighter.
Yeah. Well, I thought she was facing Utami in Marigold.
No, that's Suri.
I know. See, that's the. I know. I did that on purpose.
God damn it! I was about to say, haven't we done this before?
I know. That's why I did it again. Sorry.
Yeah, if
Nick, please admonish me for having bad joke.
Did you know that Suri was my college roommate? Still not hitting, huh? Still not.
See,
right.
the joke doesn't work.
I was trying to bail you out.
You know who doesn't get to talk about jokes not working? You.
What?
What's up?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, who gets to name the show every fucking week?
Yeah, it's bullshit too.
They're all good bits.
I have great things for these shows.
Why do you think the episodes named last week Get Funny, bitch?
I think I found the name of this week's show, by the way. It's going to be Who Gets the Name of the Show. Fine, maybe it's not. All right, whatever.
All right.
No.
Did you know Show was my college roommate?
God damn it.
You were going there too, huh?
Anyway, yeah, that should be a very good match. We also have for the Wonder of Stardom Championship, Natsupoi versus Starlight Kid. And I think this is going to finally be the crowning moment for Starlight Kid. She's had a tremendous year.
Career.
Tremendous career. She started off the year, I believe, challenging for the Wonder Belt, and I think she'll end it winning it. I think this will be her push towards the top of the card finally.
So, and it is like also cool because she had that. I told Kaz about it, and he never fucking went back and watched it. The Despy Invitational. She had a good time over there, so I would recommend you watch that match.
Dude, I kind of fell in love with her during that match. So yeah. Yeah, man, she was fantastic. That whole show was great. But yeah, I was like, because I had heard of Starlight Kid. Who the fuck's? But yeah, I heard match. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta fucking find more Starlight Kid. I get so excited when I start cursing like that. But no, yeah, I fell in love with her during that match.
And you know what's weird? Because like we talk about her on the Despy Invitational. I think like my first true introduction to her was a tag team match that she did with Despy. So it's like Despy is the gateway to Starlight Kid.
Yeah, kind of.
He was my gateway into liking men.
What? Okay.
That's not true. It was way before that.
I know. Yeah, it was back in college when you was experimenting.
No, way before that too.
With your college roommate?
And who said it was experimentation?
Anyways.
I was waiting on Kaz. I held my breath.
But let's agree that time that actually was not my fault. I was just I was going for a little, being excited about Starlight Kid. Y'all are like, hey, sex.
Yes, you did.
Anyway,
Wait.
for the World of Stardom Championship, Tam Nakano defends her title against Saya Kamitani.
Question.
Yes.
So, which one is like the top? Is the World of Stardom Championship is the higher than the Wonder?
So usually, it's switched once or twice, just depending on who's holding the belts at the time. But for the most part, World is the top title. Like when Kyrie was Wonder champion, it would take precedence over the World belt every so often.
That's wild.
Yeah, so they'll switch a little bit, but usually it is the World belt that's the top tier belt.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll be an interesting match. Saya's had her big heel turn this year, and I'm guessing that she's going to have a run with the belt. Because I think they are in need of a really good top heel right now.
Mm-hmm. And then now we go to our co-host.
We're getting on the boat.
We're getting on the arc. Right next to her chin.
Boy, I thought we were done with that. Anyway, we have on Pro Wrestling Noah's New Year 2025 show, Kenta will be taking on Kino in Kenta's return to Pro Wrestling Noah.
Mm-hmm.
You better come out to TI.
I know you manifested it, so I hope it happens for you.
That at least makes some of this match fun.
I will say though, if Kenta brings it, because Kenta brought it in the tag league, like he was better than I've seen him in forever. So if he brings it for this one, it'll be a real good match.
Yeah, if Kino can get that Kenta out of him, it'll be worth watching. I just haven't seen a singles Kenta match that I've enjoyed in a while.
Yeah,
he had a pretty good match with Oiwa. It wasn't great, but back in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I think him and Ospreay had the good one, but I mean, then again, it was Will Ospreay.
Yeah. We also have Ulka Sasaki taking on the WWE United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura.
He's a samurai.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he is?
Wayward samurai.
He's what is that? Ronin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano?
Wow, that's a deep cut.
That is a deep cut.
What?
Wow.
Tell me about how deep is your love? What is this?
That was an old Dragon Gate USA Evolve gimmick that it was their Ronin group. It was him. Wasn't it pretty much just Chikara's fist, but in DG USA?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
Look it up.
Look at all the lore.
We're going to have to cover Dragon Gate USA one day.
No, you fucking don't.
Why not?
Hey, I'm down for education.
Yeah,
they had a lot of really good shit. I went to one of their early shows, like back when Johnny Gargano was in the pre-show in Philly years. I think it was like their second or third show I went to. That was good stuff. It was really fun. It was another Gabe experiment.
Is Chuck Taylor's documentary still on YouTube when they went to China?
Let's find out.
Hold on. Have y'all ever seen that?
No, I didn't.
I never knew that existed until now.
Hold on. Dragon Gate USA. This is when Trent was champion.
Trent?
Yeah.
It looks like it is. No, it's not. It's private now. At least one of them is.
Damn.
Is it a positive experience?
It was one of my favorite documentaries. It was like this ridiculous them doing dumb shit, and like AR Fox had an iced out panda necklace.
He had to be there.
Or was it WWN?
Yeah. That was, AR Fox was the man back then, too. Everybody thought he was going to be, like, the next, like, top dude.
I remember that. I remember AR Fox smoking weed with the fans outside of the CZW Academy on a secret show for Beyond once.
Were you one of those fans?
No, I was a kid.
Were you one of those fans?
I just said I was a kid.
And what the fuck that mean?
You think I'm gonna smoke weed? Do you think they'd let me? I guess he probably would.
Yeah. And that's why AR Fox never took off.
She was smoking weed with kids?
No, I wouldn't say that. But no, like, for real, from what I understand, I mean, I don't know shit, but like, he took a long time to like started teaching people and shit. So didn't, really prioritize his career so much as far as the careers of others.
I will say, he really was known as being a trainer for many years until he showed back up in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a real private teacher. If you look up AR Fox private video.
Oh, come on now.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it, Will. How the fuck did we even get here? Oh, Ronan Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura. Let's get back to Shinsuke.
I am interested in this match because apparently Shinsuke is the one that talked Ulka Sasaki into starting professional wrestling career in the first place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it'll be kind of a teacher
full circle moment
kind of thing. Yeah, full circle. That's what
it's
I want.
It's like Kurt Angle convincing Bobby Lashley. Same thing.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that.
When he wasn't getting his haircut with Will, Kurt Angle said, "Hey, you should wrestle."
Yeah, I believe it. Well, this will be interesting.
It's funny for you to refer to yourself in third person.
Yes, I was the one getting haircuts with Bob Lashley.
I still want them to put the U.S. title on the line for this match. There's no reason not to.
Yes.
Nakamura is not losing.
Watch him lose now.
That'd be wild. This will be the one thing that WWE owes Noah. Because I mean, it's like it seems to me that like WWE has been giving to Noah this whole time, right? There's son AJ over there.
They gave him Josh Briggs though. Don't forget that.
Oh,
but that's what I'm saying.
They said
they sent Briggs.
Yeah, you're right. They do owe them. You're right. No, you're right. They really, really do owe them after that.
Mm-hmm. Son Briggs, son AJ, son Travion.
Well, they did that trade. There's the guy teaming with Josh Briggs now.
Oh yeah. You're right. I guess that was the one thing. But they did so much more. Son Nakamura twice. This is second time. Yeah. It seems like WWE is getting more. Well, Noah's getting more out of this. I want them to give back.
I mean, they're certainly getting more out of it than they got from New Japan.
Yeah.
Speaking
if WWE gets out of New Japan, they like keep them. There's no relationship there.
Yeah. Speaking of relationships with New Japan, the main event for the New Year 2025 show, Kaito Kiyomiya defends the GHC heavyweight title against Ozawa.
So, around the horn, since I know the rest of the gentlemen also watch Japanese professional wrestling, do we care anymore about Kaito Kiyomiya?
I want to.
That's my answer. I was going to say I want to. I really do. But I feel like Noah already didn't know what they wanted to do with them, and they sent to New Japan and just made it worse.
Yeah, they had no idea what to do.
Ha ha ha. But yeah, I don't know what it was. It's because all I heard was so many great things about him, and he was.
Yes.
I loved watching him. And then they sent him over to New Japan. Okada made him look like a bitch, and then they gave him no redemption arc. He looked not great in the G1, and then he kind of fell off. He's holding the belt, but he fell off.
Yeah, he I guess an example. I guess y'all could counter against if it doesn't make sense. When I look at him, his performance coming over to New Japan and everything, it reminds me of what's the guy that we like, Dragon Dia. Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh, this dude showed up. I was like, oh, he's cool, and then all he did was lose. That's Kaito Kiyomiya.
Yeah, but at least it makes sense for Dia to lose, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They treated him like that when he was
him like a baby.
More,
Fair.
yeah.
I think I will say this for Kiyomiya. Kiyomiya did help Oiwa become what
Yeah. I will say that.
I will always give him that credit. Is between teaming up with the fuck's his name? Oh god, my brain stopped now. The fucking the old guy just retired.
Muto?
No.
Oh shit!
For Christ's sake,
Will, your favorite guy?
My favorite guy?
Noah, that just retired.
Yeah. The one that
Yoshinori Ogawa.
Yeah.
Between Ogawa and Kiyomiya, they really helped him become the fucking, what do they call him? The super new generation now. Oiwa.
Mm-hmm. The new.
So they were a great team. I actually went back and watched a bunch of their tag team matches. They were really good together. So I will give them that. Kiyomiya did have some great stuff with that this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Kiyomiya needs something new. I think he needs a fresh coat of paint, and I think maybe dropping the belt and trying something new with him might be a good way to do that.
Do you think an excursion, not New Japan, would help?
I don't.
Who?
Kiyomiya.
To go where?
Yeah, that's why, man. I don't know.
I don't know that there's any place that he would fit. I think he might kind of be their Sonata a little bit.
Oh.
Don't put that on him. Don't
do that.
Why would you do that?
I'm afraid that it might be the case, though. Like a much more interesting.
Anything is much more interesting than Sonata. I've tried so many times with that guy. No, the thing is, with Kiyomiya is, all they got to do is just give him a little bit, though, because he takes. Like, when they give him anything, he blows it out of the park. I've never seen him not. But what's the best way to put it? They just treat him like he doesn't actually matter, no matter how many times he holds the belt.
Yeah, I mean, the whole 2-year retirement run for Muto kind of fucked him.
So, can we say, it's just bad timing on his part because he got wrapped up in the Muta retirement stuff, and then the things that were going on, like we didn't see on the surface with Okada, because like at that time it's like we didn't know, but Okada was on the way out.
Yeah, it turns out Okada didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
even more reason for him to fucking make him look good, though. But then again,
he didn't make.
Why would he do that?
I'm just saying, why wouldn't he?
Yeah,
because
in the end, it would have made New Japan look better if he beat up on Okada and Okada left.
Mm-hmm. But they didn't do that.
Yeah, why would they?
Exactly. That's why they're in the state that they're in now.
Exactly. Anyway, that is it for the non-New Japan stuff. When we come back, we're talking Wrestle Dynasty and Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, "Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody." Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
and welcome back to the illustrious C Block. We got a lot of things going on. Mainly, what we're going to talk about is this road to Wrestle Kingdom 19, January 3rd. I'm very excited because we have like for real, like nonstop shit for majority of the month of January. Like the first week, we got like isn't it Noah having something on the second, or what company is that?
Yes, yeah, Noah. DDT's first, and then Noah, Marigold, Stardom, and then
Noah's first. Noah's first.
Yeah, Noah's first, and then DDT, Marigold, Stardom. That's the order. Yes.
I mean, goddamn, because like New Japan got that whole block sold up. They got the 3rd, they got the 4th, and they got the 5th for New Year's Dash, which I didn't think they was gonna fucking do, but here we are.
They freeze them up for January 6th.
Oh, true. Yeah, they got to go to the Capitol, but like, so I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? So like, they have New Year's Dash after Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty. Do you think they'll have bleed over from both of the shows on Dash?
Maybe a little,
because that's what I'm kind of more interested in Dash than the other two shows, just to see what the fallout is.
More interested in Dash, man. Here, okay, we'll say this: we're going to talk about the fallout real quick before we even get into the shows. There's one thing I want to happen on Dash. Okay, if nothing else happens, I'm cool with it. I want Chaos to officially disband. They got to get rid of Chaos.
You don't like the new blue logo?
Oh, look, the blue logo is beautiful, but use it for something else. No, but I was thinking about this tonight watching I was watching the main event of the last match of the year. And with all the Chaos guys teaming up with the
Hantai guys.
Hantai guys, thank you.
Yeah.
The Hantai guys. It's been like that since what? Since it was a big deal in 2000 I want to say 19 when Okada and Tanahashi teamed up. It was kind of a big thing. It was like Chaos. It was wonderful, and then they just kind of never stopped doing it. Like it was to beat the Bullet Club, which nobody's ever going to do. It'll be there forever, and they kind of kept doing it. And now, what do you call it? Chaos it's Bishamon, and that's really it. It's them, and occasionally when Ishii's around, and there's no more Chaos. They got to get rid of it, and they need to put these guys. They need to slot them somewhere else, and not just put them in Hantai. And we need something new. Like last year, we had just 5 guys was created. Was that last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago, maybe.
2 years ago, but we had all the change. We had Suzuki Gun gone, and everything was kind of. This is the next big change that needs to happen.
That's right.
Because like
join the Bullet Club.
But that's like the thing for me is like, Hontai and Chaos. It seems like it's interchangeable to me because it's like some of the same faces. I just don't know.
Things it never was though until they did the whole Tanahashi and Okada thing, and then it just kind of like for 2020 it was kind of a wash because of everything that happened in the world, of course.
Yeah.
But they just kind of never stopped doing it. And it just kind of, it got muddled and got ugly because like you always, anytime you have like a 10-man tag, you're going to have 3 guys from Chaos and 2 random ass people. And that's just, it doesn't feel comfortable to me. I've only been watching New Japan for about 9 years now, but so, I mean, it was only a couple years in that they started kind of doing this, but it doesn't feel comfortable, make a new group.
So you don't
put Yoshihashi and Bullet Club, like you said, and let's make a new group.
You don't like mixing.
No, I don't. Okay, that's what we're going for in this. Wait, no.
He doesn't like his food to touch.
We were talking about January 6th. But yes, I definitely. That's my one wish for Dash is get rid of Chaos.
Who's Captain New Japan with?
He's with Taguchi Japan.
So he wasn't part of Hontai or Chaos or nothing. He was just like this other thing.
Taguchi Japan was Hontai.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was when Taguchi and Tano were best friends.
Taguchi was a coach.
They all had the Taguchi Japan. He was the coach, and they had the green jerseys.
Nice.
I was very confused though, because when I first started watching Hantai and Taguchi Japan, because it was kind of like the big joke was it was Taguchi's faction, and I had no idea that it wasn't a faction for like the whole first year I watched. No.
Oh, Japan never change.
So what you guys are really saying is Taguchi should be in House of Torture.
I mean, he doesn't have an ass-based offense, so.
Mm-hmm. And that's an ass group.
Ass to ass contact.
Well, no, he becomes the cock torture guy too.
Oh God.
I mean, we could have Taguchi and Dick Togo together. We could have Dick and ass.
Oh no.
I guess we're not king shaming here.
No.
Us nor Tony Atlas. Inside baseball.
Anyway, let's get to this Wrestle Kingdom card. I'm kind of excited about this first thing. King of Pro Wrestling is dead. That title is gone forever. Thank God.
I mean, well deserved.
Yeah.
I mean, it became
a 3-year run.
Yeah, it became the Great O'Khan title.
Yeah.
But like,
4 years. No, was it 4 years? It was 4 years.
Is it 4?
It was started in this officially the summer of 2020 is when it started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was wrapped up in that pandemic chaos.
Yeah.
Yes, Okada created it like it's a new belt. We're gonna do big things, and then Yano had it for forever, and Chase Owens fought an actual serious match for it. And I thought I was gonna be upset because I didn't watch the very end of the show. I watched the match, which I really enjoyed actually, the Great O'Khan and Taichi match, and I turned the show off afterwards, so I didn't know until you guys sent me the rundown. I'm like, what do you mean KOPW is dead? So I went and looked, and I thought about it. And because KOPW had some really good shit. Like, I didn't actually watch a whole lot in 2022, and even a bunch of 2021. And I went back and checked out the Taichi and Shingo matches.
Shingo.
Like, that was spectacular.
Shingo had a good run with it. Yeah.
And they did, yeah, exactly. And like, there was a lot of good, like the Shingo and ELP stuff was amazing. Was wonderful stuff. Who's my daddy matches and shit. And they had a really good niche they carved into that title. And I'm like, you know what? It went from being a joke to being like, okay, the cool, weird stipulation show. And then everything with Okan and with Ishimori, and this just it just fell apart. And I was disappointed. But now, so I'm not sad to see it go.
For a while, the KOP title was probably on the level, if not a little slightly bit higher than what the Never Open Weight title was doing. And then Never Open Weight title just blew the fuck up for me, and it just became the big boys beat the shit out of each other title.
It went back to being the big boys beat the shit out of each other title. Yeah, it grabbed that crown. Once Shingo was done with the KOPW, it went back to being the big boy title.
Mm-hmm. So I'm fine with that. But like, it served its purpose. It's gone by the wayside. But in the ashes of the rubble of the KOP title's death, we have something new to sprout from it.
The Rambo means something again, because the winner of the Rambo, the Battle Royal on the pre-show of Wrestle Kingdom every year, will become the #1 contender for the IWGP World Championship. Okay, so you say again. So my question would be, had it been that before? Because, I'm not, I hear Rambo Battle Royal shenanigans in the front of the show. I'm just like, nah, whatever. I mean, listen, I never really watched. Was it really? Not really. But for fans, it was fun. Same way that whenever we had just A and B block for G1, we had the C block. Okay. Just for the fun for the fans. But now. Okay. It means something. Yeah, now maybe the new #1 contender for the title is, somebody like a Cheeseburger. or a Sakuraba.
He's the guy. Well, and is this now? Did they announce that it's going to be the same? It's going to go back to the regular, just last man standing, like the last person wins, or are they going to do the four winners? As far as I assume it's going back to the one winner. They haven't said officially, I guess, but that was just my assumption. I will say it does make either the show in Los Angeles, a week later. Or New Beginning. At least it makes like either that or the New Beginning show a little bit more of like this guy didn't just come punch you in the main event after the Dome show. He actually earned the match. So that'll be interesting because the last few years it's just been the guy who comes in at the end and punches you in the face at the end of Wrestle Kingdom gets his shot in January. Yeah, so a little bit of a departure from that. Okay, so like that's how it would usually go, because like I think I remember one year
they got down, how they would do is it's like Royal Rumble style kind of, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
Just
pinfalls.
Yeah, just trying to kind of explain for somebody who may not know, because I know a lot of people who watch Wrestle Kingdom and stuff and never heard what the fucking Rambo was.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's a kind of like a Royal Rumble countdown entrance and whatnot, but like instead of throwing over the top rope, you can do pinfall submissions, and however you would typically win a match is how you can eliminate someone in this, right?
Kind of like an old TNA Gauntlet for the Gold. If anybody's familiar with the TNA Gauntlet for the Gold, it's pinfall submission and over the top. At least Rambo's have been recently.
Yeah.
Is any of the
So you have more options to eliminate.
Yes, exactly.
And then what it would do is when it got down to the final 4 participants, that match would take place in a fatal 4-way style on the main card. It's from one year that I saw. So like, has it always been something like that, or?
Only since the KOPW came around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Before that, it was just somebody won it.
Somebody won. Okay. They celebrated. Then they forgot about it until next year. It was like the Legends Battle Royal from WrestleMania 17, but every year just for fun, and it was great. I loved it. I loved the Rambo.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of cool with the KOPW meaning something, and now it'll be interesting to see who shows up, because it's always the the kind of the surprise. This guy shows up and just kind of has a quick run, like Scott Norton
Big AJ
showed up.
All right, we already got Will's guess. So you got Big AJ. What do you got, Nick? Who's your surprise?
Oh, you said Big Boom AJ. Let's see who's going to come in. Who's going to surprise us again? I'm going to go ahead and say, this might be out of left field. Okay, Paulie Shore.
Very well. Your college roommate.
No, you ruined it. No, don't go for it. It's over.
What about you, Cass?
Diddy.
Did he?
Yep.
Or didn't he?
He did.
Did he?
He did. Okay. I'm thinking it might be somebody. Well, now I was going to say somebody AEW.
Yeah, I was. But they are going to be in town, so I wonder if they'll bring somebody in.
You know what? I would. This is what I want in my. When I look inside myself.
No, I see it. I know exactly what you're going to say.
Tell me.
Chris Jericho.
You son of a bitch. No. If I had my way, I already know he has a match on the card, but damn, let Takeshita do double duty.
That man's already wrestling so many matches this week.
I know he's going to wrestle more that whole fucking weekend, the whole week or whatever.
If Mike Bailey can do it, Takeshita can do it too.
I guess, yeah.
When the hell is he coming back? When's he? Maybe. Oh no, Mike Bailey. It's going to be Mike Bailey. He's showing up. That's what it's going to be.
I would
there we
love
go. That would be fucking beautiful.
Then we get a Mike Bailey Zack Sabre Jr. match. I'd be into that.
Oh,
yes, exactly.
You don't know how tight my pants just got.
Ugh.
That'd be great. Mike Bailey and Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah.
Or it could be Mike Bailey and Shohei.
Don't you fucking say it. Why would you even say it? No, get that off your tongue.
Showed
Get it off your tongue.
Mike Bailey.
No.
Mike Bailey and
Shohei. I'm legitimately afraid that's going to happen, so please get it off your tongue.
Or Mike Bailey and Ricochet.
So let's
Fuck you.
Or he joins House of Black.
Yeah, well, let's cleanse it. Let's cleanse the palate.
What the fuck is it? The House of Torture, cock torture.
Yeah. So let's cleanse the palate a little bit. I know who I want for sure. Your boy that got injured, Yuya.
I wouldn't mind that. Yeah,
that's what I want.
I know the timeline for his injury said he wasn't going to be ready for Wrestle Kingdom, but that'd be a nice pop.
But that's the thing about it, though. It's just like, with wrestling, I mean, depending on the severity or whatnot, I mean, they usually inflate those time frames or whatever. So, for instances like this, it was like, if he did show up, it would be a fucking monumental surprise as far as New Japan goes or whatnot. So that's fingers crossed, he's healthy. That's what I want.
And with New Japan, they never tell you, you never get any updates on anybody ever. And
yeah.
So it kind
he's like, he heard he gone.
The opportunity to, yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, he's gone now. All right. I guess he's injured.
Yeah, because I don't know when Hanari coming back. I don't know when Kyle Newman coming back.
Nope. I'm still holding out hope for Alex Coughlin.
Yeah, me too, dog. I swear to God.
I feel so bad
want
for that dude, man.
Yeah. Especially how he went out. It's just like abrupt and everything. And he's just like, yeah, I guess I'm not wrestling anymore. Well, I think it was one of his last tweets or some shit.
That was it.
Yeah.
Disappear from the face of the earth. I will say, though, if nothing else, it helped propel Gabe sooner. And so that's going to be... Oh, man. I think Gabe is my favorite wrestler right now, if we will say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He kind of shocked me a little bit. You just be talking fucking bitch and shit and ass whore bitch. I'm like, God damn. Dog.
Did you see him on the Los Angeles the newscast in L.A.? When he was promoting, I guess it was whatever show they did in L.A.
When he was doing the weather, or
yeah, when he was doing the weather. He
that was good.
He did the weather. That was amazing.
I seen the weather one. I didn't see this sit down though.
Yeah, it was. He just did it right before because he jumped in on the weather. He did the sit down, then jumped in on the weather and attacked the guy. But that's the kind of stuff where like he's out of his mind. He's crazy and it's fun though.
He's a madman.
He's everything. He's everything that people make fun of about professional wrestling, but makes it really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's who you need. And
Here's
he's the guy who. Yeah, go ahead.
It didn't occur to me until you just said that. That's how they used to, or how they always describe Terry Funk too.
Yeah,
and, I mean, I can see
he is a student of the game.
I had thought of that comparison before now, but
no, that's a great comparison.
This generation's Terry Funk, I don't hate it.
It's because he's a complete caricature while also not being funny looking. Like he's a caricature without being a caricature. That's what pro wrestling is. When you can make it a cartoon while also making it really fucking cool, and he can do it because he's not trying to be ironic. Like he's not trying to be a pro wrestler. He's just having a good time and being out of his mind. He's also legitimately, a little bit crazy. He, had those mental issues, and
here we are.
He's not shy about it.
Yeah, here we are, 14 episodes into this pod, and it's like you can track the progression of me turning and liking Gabe Kidd.
Yes, very much so.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody. Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
But that's just the Rambo. I mean, we still got more card. What else we got?
We have opening the card, the main card, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Title 4-Way, the Intergalactic Jet Setters of Kushida and Kevin Knight.
This next
Ichiban Sweet Boys, Robbie.
Yeah, they tickle me every time.
It's a great name. Catch 2 of TJP and Francesco Akira, and the War Dogs of Clark Connors and Trilla Maloney.
I feel like I don't hear about Francesco anymore.
He is my favorite junior.
I like him.
Yeah, because with Gabe is my favorite heavyweight, and Francesco is easily my favorite junior. I love him. He's learned the language. Now he speaks 3 languages. That's going to be really good for him because he is going to break out, if not this year, next year. When his team with TJP is over. Catch 2 is an amazing team. I love them. But when his team with TJP is over, if they give him a tiny push, he's going to take the whole fucking world. Because Akira he's just the real shit, man. I love him. I'm in love with this guy. And he's going to be great. Is this going to be a TLC match? What's the actual?
No,
ruling on
yeah.
this?
I think it's just a 4-way. I don't think it's TLC. I don't,
Well, no,
No,
it got a
Kushida-
stipulation got added.
Yeah,
Did
because
it?
Kushida did say it was going to be a tables. No, it was going to be a ladders, chairs, and desk match.
desk. Yeah.
He had trouble. He had trouble with the translation. He was trying to say TLC. He had trouble,
So,
and he asked
yeah.
Kevin Knight to help him out. But yeah, they said
Gotcha.
it was going to be TLC. So
Okay.
I'm
I
not sure
missed
what that
That's-
means.
That's cool.
We'll see if it's going to be actual pull the thing from the ceiling stipulation or just a lot of plunder. But
Yeah.
it'll be entertaining no matter what.
I mean,
These 4-way scrambles are crazy always with these guys.
Yep.
I mean, this is very much old school, peak Wrestle Kingdom junior tag opens the show and just kills it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited for this. I think that the War Dogs take the belts back. Because I don't know.
I don't have a prediction on this. It's difficult to say.
It is, but I don't know that there's anything else to do with them right now because you're not bringing up Drilla to heavyweight yet. And I do wonder what Kushida's... I'm not sure what Kushida's going to do now that he's not with TNA anymore. Now he's just a New Japan guy.
I mean, he has been training at the dojo, so...
Yeah.
But also,
dojo, yeah.
Yeah. Also, from the official New Japan Global website, this will be contested under ladder match rules.
Oh, nice. All right. That's going to make it real fucking
Oh, so are they hanging the belts?
Yeah, I guess.
Ooh.
That's what ladder matches do.
Yeah.
Someone said earlier today, I saw somebody say that they don't rein these guys in at all, so something fucking weird's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because they send them out there to do whatever. Something weird's going to happen. And it's going to be great.
So let me kind of retract a little bit. On the Twitter account, it says ladder match. But when you click on the link to the news article, it says tables, ladders, and chaos.
Yes. Beautiful.
So Kushida and Kevin Knight are chaos. Okay.
There you go.
Oh,
I guess,
magic.
are they? I guess they are. technically.
No. Wait,
Are
no,
they?
that's not Kate. No, they're
Are they
no, they're
Hantai?
Taguchi Japan. They're Taguchi Japan.
Okay.
Chaos is none of these guys are in chaos in this one.
Well, anyway, but that's what is a title. It's going to be chaos.
Yeah, it skirts the trademark rules there a little bit.
Yeah.
But I am all in. Like Robbie Eagles is up there as far as one of my favorite
he's
wrestlers
pretty good,
ever.
too.
And Fujita, I fell in love with him when he was a young lion. I met him last year at the ECW arena. Gave him a little fist bump. So I mean that's my team.
Humble brag.
They were in great, exactly. I once shook Shingo's hand. He has a terrible handshake. That was in 2006 in the Manhattan Center. True story. Not an interesting story, but a true one.
I'm pretty sure that handshake is vastly improved.
I would hope so. But then again, the Japanese don't do handshakes. He might have no idea what the fuck I was trying to do.
What the fuck are you doing? He's like, are you trying to slip me some money? Or what are we doing?
I'm trying to slip something else, pal. But he was cute then. It was a long time ago. It was 2006, bro. He was a young man. So was I. That's why it's okay. But the Sweet Boys. Oh God, that doesn't make it better. Hold on. I think you're right that it's gonna probably go to the War Dogs because there really is nothing else to do with them if they don't have the belts. So
And then, like,
to go with.
And this is another thing about the War Dogs or whatever. They can easily elevate to the heavyweights, which I've been waiting for ever since I seen Drilla Maloney. So, like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
When I get into, I'll get into this over and over again every single year until it happens, and I'll never stop. They just need to merge the tag belts. God damn it! It's got to after the tag league went the way it did, with just so many mixed teams, which I'm a fan of. I promise you. No, all right. For years. I wrote an article years ago for Sportskeeda. Don't shoot me for that. Where they've got I wanted them to merge the belts because both divisions are just so weak, and they continue to be weak. But now the junior heavyweight, because there's so many fucking great teams, but if you put them together, you have one of the best tag divisions in all of wrestling.
Yeah, and true, and it's just like it doesn't matter if it's junior or heavy or whatever; they all look the same. Like a junior with a heavyweight build or a heavyweight and a junior.
Kevin Knight is not a junior. We'll just say that much.
Exactly. Look at him.
He's a monster, man.
I mean, he's just like, I mean, he's a little rangy, but like, he's a big dude.
And in person, he's fucking gigantic.
See? Kaz?
He's a fucking monster.
Kaz, we said this. Yeah. They got this motherfucker built at 6 feet tall. Like, hell nah.
He's more than 6 feet, and he's well over 100 kilos, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have Kevin Knight and Drilla in G1 soon.
Oh my God.
Because they need to be.
Yeah. But like you to go with that or whatever, if they merge the tag, I mean, you think they would ever do that with the junior and the heavy?
No, it'll never happen. It'll never ever happen. They just should.
The singles belts now.
Mm-hmm.
Even, I mean, the tag, I mean, because they've done it, of course, like with the 6-man tag, with that, but I mean, that's not really a serious title. But I would love to say it is. I was wondering, I got to talk to somebody who listens to the Japanese commentary, because I was wondering if the Japanese commentary was harping so hard on he's a junior, he's a heavyweight, he's a junior, he's a heavyweight that Walker was doing. Because during Tag League, I love Walker Stewart, but I was so fucking frustrated with every single time he got a chance, he mentioned the fact that there were juniors in the tournament. I'm like, we get it. It's enough. I understand that juniors don't beat heavyweights. Stop beating into my head. So I'm not sure if the Japanese commentary was doing the same, but it just, that's something I was going to talk about when I was going to come on the show last time I didn't show up. But yeah, it was, I would love to see them do it, but I don't really think that it'll ever happen. It just doesn't feel like they'll go that direction.
Mm-hmm. Word.
To rein myself in. So, the women's championship match. This one I'm fucking excited for.
Yeah, me too. It's as long as it gets more than 8 minutes, like last time.
That's what they need Mercedes in it. That they'll get some more time if she's in there. She's the next day. But no, because I mean, Azumi. Anybody who was exposed to Azumi for the first time when she came to, was she on Collision? I think.
I think that's what it was. Yeah,
she was on Collision. Anybody who saw her there for the first time and saw how great she was have no idea how fucking fantastic she is. And everybody knows how great Mayu is. And this, so when they announced this, I was like, oh fuck, all right, I'm fucking dialed in for this one.
Yeah, I'm very happy that this is on the card.
It's a dead belt, but
I mean, I'd like it to not be, but it kind of is at the moment.
It is. It's I don't even care though, because it gets them on the big card, and so that's what matters to me. No
I have seen more of the Stardom titles and the New Japan Strong title than I have of the IWGP Women's Championship.
Yeah, so do most people. It's
barely a belt. It's just there.
Mm-hmm. Because they introduced it and then it
to an end.
Was there.
It was introduced for Mercedes. I'm assuming that's the reason it was brought together.
Yeah.
And then she got hurt and it went nowhere.
Then she got a boo-boo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's just it's a belt, and in the end, like I said, as long as it's getting these girls some exposure and they're getting out there on the bigger shows, so a few more people see them and maybe like, oh, I want to fucking check out fucking women's wrestling in Japan. That's cool with me. Because they're not going to get much better than that. It's unheard of that these girls are on the main card. 3 years ago they were on the pre-show. 4 years ago they wanted to make believe that they didn't even exist. So,
but that's the thing now. That's like New Japan has absorbed Stardom. So is this like you think there would be more crossover than the historic crossover?
It's the same thing as the juniors. There never will be. It's the same thing as the juniors. It's just separated. That's not a good thing or a bad thing, because again, they've got their own spotlight that they do on their own and they kill it. But but
it's just like
we always go ahead.
This title is just for their pay-per-views.
Yeah, it's really what it is. The strong titles are now just for the US shows, which I think is a great idea to finally do.
Mm-hmm.
But we always look at it from I'm going to get on the soapbox. We always look at it from a Westerner's point of view, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we always can't look at it that way. Exactly. We fucking put our cowboy hats on and look at it that way. It's a what's the word here? Special attraction match. Anytime you get the women on these shows, they're special attraction matches, and so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, she walks over to the trophy case, pulls the IWGP Women's title down, blows the dust off of it, and just like, all right, time to go to work.
I'm gonna do this one, and then I'll see you next year, and that's cool because they give them just 10 minutes even. I would like more, and they're gonna blow everybody away.
Yeah, I feel the same. Yeah, because I've said this before on the show that we do have a bad habit of looking at it as a Western product when it's very much not. And these Stardom and Joshi in general has a much different dedicated audience than New Japan does.
Yeah.
And so just having the little bit of crossover just to see something different is great. I know I'll love the match. I've loved Izumi since the first time I saw her with Hazuki and Io way back when. So I'm very happy that they're both on the card. And I don't think there'll be a title change, but if there's any substance to the rumor that Mayu might be leaving Stardom, it wouldn't be the worst thing to do to give Izumi a huge spot there.
If she's leaving Stardom, tell me she's not coming over this side of the world. Tell me she's going to like Marigold or something.
I don't know.
Because here's the thing, if we're looking at just real quick from her, if we're looking just like on a physical stature standpoint, she doesn't match up with she doesn't fit here. Mm-hmm. Like she'll number one, nobody take. It's like kind of like the Riho situation. Like she fits in AEW, but Riho wouldn't fit anywhere else. Mayu's kind of the same way. She would not be taken seriously, and no matter what they would try, she looks smaller than even the other Japanese women who show up in NXT. And I don't think her talent they wouldn't want her talent to override that, so I hope she doesn't come over here. At least not to NXT.
Yeah, I mean, I assume she would go Marigold just because of loyalty to Rossi, but who knows?
But then again, loyalty to him is almost kind of like loyalty to this side over here again, so...
Yeah.
It's a what do they say? They say it's a slippery slope. So
yes. Also
TV Championship.
The TV title. Another 4-way. We talked about it a little bit earlier. El Phantasmo joins this match against Ryohei Oiwa, Jeff Cobb, and Ren Narita. And anybody but Narita. That's all I want. Anyone but Narita.
Look, I love Ren, man. He needed this the House of Torture thing. I'm sure you guys have talked about it a little bit in the last year. But he needed the house because he was just dead in the water. His matches were boring, other than like the match with a couple matches in the G1 last year were really fun. But he was just the draws were great. But he was dead in the water. When he turned on Shota last year, he became fantastic again. And when the House of Torture gets to go, they do it. Because he's like figured out how to become like an actual wrestler, not just a young boy dressed up in the same outfit and making believe he was a real wrestler. Like he's settled, and I don't care if he keeps the belt. Look, man, House of Torture has grown on me this last year. Dude, no, I'm not kidding. This last calendar year, like,
going back to sleep.
They're not automatic. They're not an automatic skip for me anymore. Like they were always an automatic skip. I don't know what changed.
Yeah. Well, like
not.
So I've talked about it on here as well. Like I do agree with you as far as Narita, but like I said, House of Torture works for those people like that. So it works for what's that show, and it works for Ren and everything. But like people like Evil and all the other motherfuckers that they got balled up in there, I don't like that so much.
I'm with you. I hope it would not be bad if they figured out a way to get Evil killed with the next match that's coming up too. But I will say with the 4-way match is the World TV title has all of a sudden become a multi-man title, and they got to kill that. It's a 15-minute time limit. You can't have 3-4-way matches. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah, I agree.
They got to get past this point, I guess, because like Jeff Cobb, former champion, Oiwa, good contender to be champion. Which if you took out one of these guys in this thing, I would pick Oiwa to win. And then you got a returning El Phantasmo who could easily just throw the title on the shoulder because he beat Cancer and let him beat Ren Narita. So I mean we got a lot of options here, but if Ren Narita held on to it, it makes a good case for, something spectacular to happen in a one-on-one match at Dash or a special attraction match for Dynasty if they want to shoehorn something in there. So it gives them options if Ren Narita retains. I mean, it doesn't hurt Jeff Cobb, which, he's been a loser for however long, despite how phenomenal he is in ring. Oiwa, can't give it to him all up front, but like he has a good future ahead of him. ELP, Cancer, You give him a little
he's also in his 40s. You can't forget that too. His LP is also in his 40s, and the thing about that belt too, and with what Zack
He's
Sabre
been a young guy, yeah.
What Zack Sabre Jr. did though with that title, he made it the international belt. He defended it in North America a bunch, in Europe a couple times, and of course in Japan. And ELP is based in Canada, so that could very easily become a belt where he, depends in Japan, but also takes it and puts it in like the Maple Leaf Pro, and does it like on in AEW shows.
They've been catching too, Maple Leaf.
Yeah, man. And so I mean that would be a good little gimmick for them, because they got to bring that. Like I said, that belt was like perfect when ZSJ had it, and I think if it's going to go on anybody, like Oiwa would be great, because Oiwa could use kind of the use the reps and maybe send him internationally a little bit too, kind of get that like miniature excursion in there, because he defends the belt across the world. But Elp makes the most sense, I think. He just came back in, and he's international, and I think that's what that belt needs.
Yeah, and it'd be kind of like I wouldn't say consolation prize or something like that, because like they were actually doing something with him before his diagnosis and whatnot. So it's just kind of like, here's a little something. Welcome back.
Slot him back in a little bit, yeah. Who knows what he was going to be doing, if he was going to be in a tag match with Evil or something.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a nice feel-good win, too.
Yeah.
Be a good pop for the crowd.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are going to pop the crowd, a lumberjack match between Evil and Hiroshi Tanahashi. If Evil wins, Tanahashi retires immediately.
Yeah, because he was supposed to retire a year from now.
He retires a full year early. I will say, I'm wondering if Tana comes in with a different hairstyle.
I said the same thing. He comes in with the Triple H CEO haircut.
Maybe not that far.
And then he comes and he does the CEO dance.
Oh, we're going double. We're going both sides, huh? I'm thinking some sort of cool
and then Evil takes care of the Evil takes care of the CEO.
Oh no! Damn you, Luigi!
I'm writing that down.
I will say I do enjoy House of Torture lumberjack matches, so we'll see how this goes. The only good match that Sonat had last year was the Evil match in the lumberjack match. It's the only good match Sonat had all year last year. So, it could be fun. And again, this is Tana, and it's possibly one of the deaths of House of Torture, we'll say. And I don't think Tana's is gonna let them shit the bed in his second to last Wrestle Kingdom match. So I have actually been, especially after Tanahashi went batshit crazy with that chair last month on Evil. Ever since then, I'm like, you know what? I want to fucking see what happens in this match, because he almost killed himself with Kenta a few years back. So Tanahashi will do something stupid, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
I mean, because absolutely zero chance that Evil wins this, because they're not foregoing the Tanahashi retirement tour.
No, for sure. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Whatever happens, though, I'll tell you this, guaranteed it's going to go way too long. But at the same time, because that's just what they do. But at the same time, Tana's going to do something real fucking stupid, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what that is. He's going to try to outdo whatever they did in the tag title match, in the junior tag title match. He's going to try to be even dumber, and
he's going to climb one of those little tower things, do a high fly flow off of it.
That's like he'll put the Will Ospreay from 2018.
Yeah,
and then he'll shoot his knees through his asshole, and it'll be a high fly no.
I'd pay for it.
Yeah.
Every day when you log into ChumbaCasino.com, the ultimate online social casino, you get a free daily bonus. Imagine if you got daily bonuses in other parts of your life.
I chose French fries over loaded French fries.
I asked Stuart from accounting about his weekend, even though I don't care.
I updated my operating system without having to call tech support.
Collect your free daily bonus at ChumbaCasino.com now. And live the Chumba life.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, "Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody." Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back. And we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Speaking of things I paid for,
oh my God, I'll pay for this twice
Shingo
over.
Takagi versus Konosuke Takeshita. This might be match of the night.
All right, so we weren't clear on it before. I mean, I know according to New Japan, this is for the never open weight title. So
yes,
essentially, if Takeshita wins, he will be a dual champion. But if he loses, is his title on the line as well? Because we didn't clarify that.
That's what they've been saying on all the shows. Charlton and at least on the English commentary side, Charlton and Walker have been saying it as if it's a double title match. So as far even as recently as today on the show today, they were talking in the main event. They're talking about it and saying that if Ishii, wow, let me let me speak. Whoever wins the match, they can go in there and Ishii can be a double champion. He can walk out with both belts on the 5th. So they definitely have been telling us, at least from what I can tell, that it's going to be a double title match, which makes it a lot more interesting because what the fuck?
It's Takeshita.
It's one of those times where a double title match doesn't make it obvious who's going to win. Because a lot of the times they'll do matches like this and it's like, oh, this guy's definitely going to fucking win, but it's up in the air because you've got no idea what they're going to do with Takeshita at all because he's roves everywhere these days as far as back and forth. So I'm number one interested because they're going to beat the fuck out of each other.
Yes.
And number two because I honestly I couldn't even give you a guess as who I think is going to win. I maybe say Takeshita just because it's a different match for the 5th, and that's also an AEW versus New Japan match.
Also, it's kind of it makes a little tiny bit of sense for Takeshita to win. One, because if it's title for winner take all, I don't think they're going to leave the AEW title out there. Yeah, that's just my thought. But also, technically, Ishii is kind of AEW, so AEW versus AEW.
and at the same time, too, because if they do that, though, and maybe they can put the belt on Ishii on the next night, and then he can come back to AEW with the belt. Because, again, AEW doesn't really give a fuck about their belts. We've noticed, I think.
No.
And so...
Now that makes me retract my statement of what I just said, because they can just throw their belt out there.
They don't give a fuck about their belts, man. And, now that they've got a TNT title back and it's got on Garcia, the international title is going to be up in the air. It can happen no matter what. Hobbs is obviously not going to win it on this Saturday. And so it could honestly, I would not be shocked. And they've done weirder things. I would not be shocked to see if Shingo got it and then either lost it the next night to Ishii or maybe made a couple of, he's mentioned there's a bunch of guys he wants to face in AEW, so it could totally happen.
Yeah, and I mean, he's been there as far as tournament capacity or whatever, so Shingo ain't afraid to mix it up with some AEW talent.
Indeed. It really becomes, again, we bring it full circle back, it really is a toss-up.
Yeah.
Speaking
I'm
of
excited.
toss-ups, unless you have any other opinion on that match, we got another, I think is a pretty big toss-up with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship with Doki defending his belt against Desperado.
Oh, man, this is going to, dog, I would have never thought, if you would have rewound this back to, last year's Wrestle Kingdom timeframe, that we would be having a conversation about Doki, the IWGP fucking Junior Heavyweight Champion, versus Desperado at Wrestle Kingdom. I never thought we'd have this conversation. Past me would be like, what are you talking about, motherfucker? And what's the lottery numbers?
What terrible plane crash was there?
Yeah, I was
I would be the happiest about this as far as somebody getting on the card with Doki. Because he's killed it this year and he's really earned that spot.
And they talk about it on commentary a lot too, how, since 2019 when he came in and replaced Desperado when he got hurt, and over the years he was like a he was the guy who get the shit kicked out of him, who they intentionally moved out of the way when he did a dive off the top rope a few times to the outside. so his progression has been like, if you're watching, as I watch almost every single show, if we ignore 2022, I watched another thing. You watch his progression over the years though, and it's like, it's a straight up like beautiful like rise. And so where he's got the belt now, and he's like, he feels like a guy who deserves to have this belt and keep running with it. And I think it's kind of like what they were going to do with Master Wato when he was going to be the guy who kind of, beat Despy and made it and kind of made it over the hump. He got hurt, and so now Doki's going to be the guy who kind of beats Despy and makes it over the hump. And I think what completely sold me on Doki being like a guy who's going to be a guy was when he got over, ironically, and then almost immediately unironically in AEW when he showed up for, I think it was on Rampage, when they were chanting his name because they thought it sounded like Dookie. And then like 30 seconds later, all of a sudden, like, oh fuck, no, this guy's actually pretty badass, and he got over. Right there, I'm like, you know what? If they give him a shot, and he gave him a shot about 6 months later, and now we're here. So, I would like to think, I'm not gonna hold my breath, but I'd like to think they're gonna give him the win here.
I hope.
Yeah, I do too. That'd be really cool. I could see Despy being. I can see Despy back in that too, because it seems like they're pretty close and they like working with each other a lot.
Mm-hmm. Be proud, Dad.
Yeah. Speaking of things I'm excited about, IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship, David Finlay, Yota Tsuji.
I think it's time, gents.
I do too. I think this is where Tsuji becomes the first guy to be put in a big spot.
I'm so ready. But I'm kind of nervous at the same time, because I mean, as funny as this statement will sound coming from me, where do we go with Finlay after this?
What do you mean? Where do you go? I know exactly where you go with David Finlay after this.
Tell me more.
You go right to the top.
Modest to the top?
No, not at all modestly.
He sees the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
David Finlay is the next IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
So he's going to win the Rambo?
No, he's going to beat Ricochet.
Hey, do you remember how I predicted Zack Sabre Jr. being champion last year?
Uh-huh.
I'm predicting it the same for David Finlay this next year.
Oh my God. How long do you think it's going to take though? What's your timeline?
David Finlay wins New Japan Cup.
Hey,
David Finlay takes the belt at New Beginning.
Would you consider Kaz the CEO of this show?
Oh no.
That's what you jump back in here for?
Yes.
David Finlay wins the title at... this is a spoiler for our awards show coming later, because this is going to be my big swing. I'm giving it to you now. David Finlay wins the title at New Beginnings.
Ew.
David Finlay has had a great year, and anybody who says City hasn't is a liar.
It's me, he's a liar.
Yeah, look, I'll jump in and help you. I love Finlay, and I know I'm not sure if they're really all in with him. It felt at this time last year, it felt like they were all in with him. But I don't know. I'm not sure if it's maybe just because he disappeared after, for the most part, disappeared after the G1 and didn't show up again until, this week, for the most part. But, I mean, and it might just be because of that. They wanted to keep him away because they didn't want to, devalue him in Tag League and kind of keep him away. But I don't know. I would be for it. I'm not 100%. I think I'm like a lot of people. I'm not 100% sold on him as far as him having that feeling of being a top guy, but he's really fucking good. Like, I think he's fantastic. It's just,
I do too.
I think it's at the same time though, a lot of us felt the same way about Jay White, right? When he got the
Oh no, I always loved Jay White.
Here's the thing is, I did too, but I say us, a lot of people, because I was Jay White from day one. I was in love with him from the second he was in Chaos. Quote unquote, he was in Chaos. But I think a lot of people are kind of in that thing where he was pushed, a lot of people thought too soon, but he got that belt and they got behind him and they went. If they can actually seriously get behind him, I have no worry that he can kill it. It's a matter of, I don't know if I feel that they're gonna do it. I feel that they can give him the belt. That wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know if they're gonna actually take him seriously.
Yeah, and that's my big issue with this whole thing or whatever. He did the thing where he took out, the leader of Bullet Club to assume that position, but he never ever really felt like a leader of a faction. He seemed like maybe a spokesperson, kind of, whatever. I mean, like how Kaz was saying, many episodes back, to where like he didn't come into the Bullet Club system and kind of like be a heavy or a second or anything like that to make that rise up the ranks to make him a little more believable. They just like, here, you're the forefront. And then like people was like, huh? That don't make no fucking sense. And then it was just like weird from there. He would never go for the world title. He would always chase that United States freaking UK now global title or whatever. And even when he lost it, you think he would, all right, now I move up to the heavyweight stuff. Even was declared as a heavy and still went for this global shit in lower card belts. They even rebranded the lesser belts, the junior belts, to match his ensemble of his global title and whatnot, to make them look like a good faction, a good unit or whatnot. But no one still believed him to be in the upper echelon of what freaking Yota Tsuji could be, or, just anybody in the heavyweight division. He was just like a guy on the side that just kind of reps Bullet Club.
And
but
I can tell you exactly what happened. I can tell you exactly why that feeling is there. First of all, when it comes to the global title, you're exactly right. What they did was they thought that putting it on Finlay, the leader of the Bullet Club, they thought that was going to make that belt seem important. But no, you got to put it on an established guy to make it look important, because you can't establish a guy and a belt at the same time, but then put it in the middle of the card and not make it really seem like that big of a deal.
And, but also,
I'll explain to you exactly why real quick. Because this is like a thought in my head that as soon as you started saying it, I figured it out. Why he doesn't feel like the leader of the Bullet Club, because House of Torture is doing all the Bullet Club shit. For years, the Bullet Club was we're the outsider bad guy faction who interferes in everything, and we act like assholes. We're always together. They're not that anymore. The War Dogs is different. The War Dogs isn't Bullet Club. And so he's not going to feel like the leader of a faction, because the War Dogs is just a bunch of dudes who hang out together sometimes. They're not a faction.
Yeah, because like, what the fuck is Gabe Kidd?
Exactly, yeah. So House of Torture is that gimmick, is what Bullet Club used to be. Evil feels more like the leader of Bullet Club because of the way he does things than David Finlay does. Because he's like, hey, these are my dogs and they want to kill people. And then they don't ever hang out. This time last year, like I said earlier, it felt like they were doing something. After February, when they killed Ospreay and they almost killed Hanare, it felt like they were doing something. And then it
fell apart.
They stopped making them a team. I'm not sure if Coughlin getting hurt kind of wrenched some plans, maybe, but it's just they stopped being a unit. And
but that was also a thing within that as well. They lost Coughlin. Drilla did get hurt somewhere in that time frame. Even Finlay got hurt himself for a little while, to why his absence was there or whatnot. It's just like it seemed like they had the pieces together. It just never really got that traction and everything. And then just like you throw him in a tournament here, he's a single guy pretty much. And then you get sometimes a tag team, and then you send that half of that tag team over to do some shit with STARDOM and some other shit. And then they come back together, and then they're not in a freaking tag tournament. And it's this weird shit.
And he's been feuding with Tsuji since April at this point.
I think we forget, most importantly, they lost maybe the most important member of Bullet Club or War Dogs, and Jake Lee.
Jake Lee.
Yeah.
Damn it. See, we're the same way. Man, Jake Lee. But they got Sonata now, who's really just Jake Lee, but, shorter.
Mm-hmm. And I still want a Sonata and Jake Lee tag team.
I
so I can take
for the love of God. Hey, like Will. But like you get those two together, and I want them to have the Dumb and Dumber tuxedo gimmick.
Yes. I said this.
I want it so.
I want them in the tuxedos.
Yeah!
Yes, I said this. I wanted them in the tuxedos and the monocles.
Yes, I want that so bad.
Why do you guys hate me?
I love you.
Yeah, well, I'm only here to give you nightmares now.
But man,
here's the thing. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get to the next match. I'm not gonna transition it, but I'm gonna say one thing to close this part of the segment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bullet Club is dead, but they want to sell T-shirts. So the War Dogs is Bullet Club. War Dogs will be great on their own, but the Bullet Club will never die. However, what will die eventually are Naito's eyes, but not before he finally fucking wrestles Hiromu.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea what this. I have no idea what this match is going to be.
I don't know either. Because, I mean, I don't know. I think Hiromu is a shell of his former self. I think he's getting back to what he used to be, but is very, very fucking slow.
He's been much better recently.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you told me Naito's got one more in it, then I think this is probably it.
I wouldn't mind if this would be the last one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know how he holds up for another year. I mean, we'll see how he does with supposedly 2 working eyes now, I guess.
One and a half working eyes. The second eye, the fourth, I think now eye surgery on the other eye now was just kind of like a, hey, let's keep you seeing for as long as we can type of thing.
Yeah.
Because it was like the offset because the other eye is now too strong or something like that. That's weird. That's kind of how it works. Like
this motherfucker is seeing molecules and shit. What are we doing?
He's got 0-10 vision now. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. But no. So you mentioned Hiromu, right? And the way
I can see your next move.
I saw it 2 days ago. Actually, I already counted it. I'll tell you later about it. Is Hiromu has learned how to slow down because what happened was he got hurt.
Yeah.
And he came back and he tried to be the exact same guy. And he's had a bunch of wonderful matches. But in the last year or so, especially because he's been wrestling a lot of heavyweights, he's learned how to slow down. And so now he's got the, veteran Hiromu, who's easily the top guy in the juniors, but has transcended it. And he's learned that style now. And so I'm excited.
Fuck you, Kushida.
Exactly. Fuck that guy. With his weird trying to buy everybody ice cream in the juniors 2 years ago. That was weird as hell. Anybody remember that?
No.
He went to the English commentary booth and said he's going to buy everybody ice cream. Didn't buy anybody ice cream.
God, last guy that promised ice cream sucks too.
Especially
that
now.
Ended up going pretty poorly, didn't it? Oh yeah, let's just toe the collar for that one. But this has been a match that has been so hyped because this is what the 4th time it was scheduled to happen, I think, or supposed to happen, and didn't. So it could go either way. It could be just hey, it happened, great, everybody's happy now. I'm glad you guys got to wrestle, or they could do something real dumb. That's kind of the theme I think of this show. It's going to be a lot of people doing stuff real dumb, and again, I'm here for it. So we'll find out exactly what dumb thing they do.
Yeah, I saw somebody say that this isn't like the most stellar Wrestle Kingdom card ever, but if all the matches are as good as they should be, it should be probably the most consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see that a lot. I don't think there's a bad match on the card, but I think this is the match that I'm the most curious about as far as what it's actually going to look like. Because like I said, we were supposed to have this match, I think, right before the pandemic hit, and it just never happened. And I think, this match in 2020 is just all kinds of insane. But I don't think it touches that in 2024. But hopefully they can both figure out a way to bring it in a way that the fans will enjoy.
So they were a great team over November. So I mean, would not be surprised if they pulled something really nice out to give Naito his last big Wrestle Kingdom match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now this next one is like so many mixed feelings on this one. The IWGP Heavyweight Championship, Zack Sabre Jr., our champion, versus Shota Umino.
The Tokyo Dome.
I don't know how I feel about this.
They're doing Zack dirty.
I will tell you that I feel better about this now than I did a month ago.
Tell me why.
Pre-tag league, I think I felt like everybody else, and that why is this the match we're making? Why are we putting Shota in this spot?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
After seeing him in tag league, especially the match that they had with Shota and Hanma against Zack, and who was Zack's partner in that? It was Zack and second
Fujita.
Fujita. Yeah, it was Fujita. Yeah, okay, I was right. Which was, I think, the best match of the tournament. And Han was crazy at it. But the interaction with Zach and Shota during that tour, I think sold me on it, because I think it proved that Shota can work Zach's style. And I think that's the thing that I needed to see, because I haven't seen Shota be that type of wrestler. So I think if he can match Zach even a little bit, I think this will be a really good match. I think it's going to be the caliber of, the Omega Okada Wrestle Kingdom main events? No. But I think this is going to be a really good match. And I think if Shota does what he needs to, it's going to push him up the ladder in a big way.
And he kind of fell flat in a way, like with his injury during the G1 and everything. Yeah. So it's just like, it's just been weird from there and whatnot. I don't know. Yeah. I just can't explain it.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what the whole thing is, because he did the injury in the G1, the weird phantom. It's a back injury. It's a side injury. What is it? And then his ankle. I'm not sure if he really tweaked his ankle or not. 2 days ago or whatever. But I don't know why they keep doing the hey, he's not 100% thing. Like, that's not helping him. And I think for a lot of people, again, taking the Westerners' point of view again, I think for a lot of people, the match with Naito, 2 years ago almost at this point, where he shat the bed completely because he was put in a spot where he should not have been in, and they just let him sink. That soured a lot of people's opinions on him, because I mean, with Shota, I get everybody saying he can't figure out if he's Naito or if he's Tanahashi or who the hell he is. He's ever since, honestly, last year's G1, not this recent one, but the year before, he's had it in the ring. Like, he figured it out. I 100% am on board with he understands who he's supposed to be as a wrestler. And like that match with Ospreay, obviously that was Ospreay's doing, because it's always Ospreay's doing when he's in a match, no matter what match it is. But Shota just doesn't feel like he should be there, and I'll tell you why. Is he has not had any big main events. And again, he's going to knock it out of the park, because number one, Zach can pull it out of anybody, but Shota has been showing up, like you said, he's been showing up this entire past month and a half. He's been showing why he should be there, but it doesn't feel it, because this is his first actual real big main event. He had the Ospreay match at Power Struggle 2 years ago, or a year ago, and then he had the Narita match from Korakuen Hall in February, and he hasn't really otherwise barely been in a main event, so it doesn't feel right. But
they've just been cramming it all into this month and a half, like you're saying.
Exactly. They're like, here you are. He's the guy. It's like
I swear, please believe me.
Yeah, exactly. And the crowd. The thing is, the crowd totally buys it. And I think, and again, this is I think our the fall of people talking about the show. It's our pirate way of talking about the show is because we don't know what the Japanese commentary is saying, because again, they don't care or pay attention to what the English commentary says. I don't think they know if they exist half the time. So when we hear the whole they're treating Shota Umino like he's John Cena, getting the mixed reactions, and he got booed when he came out, to challenge Zach in the first place. But how much is it like the Western people really pushing that narrative, and how much is New Japan actually pushing that narrative of Shota is like the divisive figure? Because I don't think they are. I really don't think they are. Because
like from our end looking over, it's a whole different world or whatever. There in Japan, it's just like this dude is like the next big thing and whatnot. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just the presentation and what we get from, our translations into English and shit is just way different from what they actually got.
Exactly. In the West, Naito has been dead for 5 years, as far as everybody here is concerned, and clearly that's not the case. So that's exactly. So I don't want them to give Shota the belt, because if they do, again, because it wouldn't surprise me, but like Zach has earned way more than taking the belt in October and losing it to an unproven guy in January. And then he faced Ricochet the next night. Those sons of bitches.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. Everybody needs some variety in life. That's what I love about Chumba Casino. They know how to keep things fresh and exciting. All their games are free to play, like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire. You can claim free daily login bonuses, too. And they release new games every week. So spice things up with ChumbaCasino.com now for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody. Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
So I think, Zack Sabre Jr. is probably the exception, but like, I don't think any non-Japanese person that they had with the title on them, they didn't really keep it long, did they?
Omega had a decent run.
Right.
Kenny had it for 5 minutes. Kenny had it for what, 6 months? He won it in June and lost it in January.
Was it that quick?
But that's small in comparison,
Yeah. I'm trying to think. The only other
just like all right, y'all got it. See, somebody different, and I give it back to a Japanese person.
Yeah.
No, Jay never held it for a very long time. Jay held it for Jay, but Jay never had it for a long time.
AG only had it for.
He had it for a hot minute, two different times, I think.
Yeah,
and that was it. So nobody has, I think, eclipsed, even including Kenny. Nobody's even eclipsed 6 months. So
yeah.
But again,
That's
it's
true.
also a much different New Japan now than it was even a year ago. Without,
you got, like I'm saying, you got people like Zack Sabre Jr. that have uprooted and just they are Japan now. They are Japanese more or less. So it's just like it makes sense to keep the title on him for a long time.
Yeah, and like as far as tenured guys, like he's the only real tenured main eventer they've got. Like Zack's like they've got Shingo, but they've already told us they don't really give a shit about Shingo. So they've only got Zack. Like he's it. There's nobody else. So it's either push the new generation strong and go with it, or keep it on Zack and build it up until somebody else is actually ready for it.
Yeah. Keep it on Zack is what we're saying.
Keep it on Zack and don't ever take it away.
Until New Beginning. What did we
3 years?
So,
3-year run.
How about you go to hell?
When Cheeseburger beats him, you mean? When Cheeseburger takes it?
Yeah.
So like, we should have did this in reverse order because we still got Wrestle Dynasty to talk about.
Do we want to talk about Wrestle Dynasty?
Yes.
We can just breeze through it because we got some things that we want to.
Important things.
We have important matches to talk about.
Oh, the Young Bucks, obviously. My bad. You're right.
No.
Go ahead.
You're right.
The Bucks,
The big tag match of the night.
Yeah, Sho and Kanemaru, right?
Yes. Against Sammy
Wrestle Dynasty
Guevara
the
and
next
Dustin
night.
Rhodes.
Yes. Dustin Rhodes gets to wrestle in the Tokyo Dome.
Good job.
Okay, I am actually unironically really looking forward to this fucking match. I completely unironically, like, Dustin Rhodes always fucking kills himself, and now he's going to kill himself in Japan. So, like, I don't think Dustin's going to let this not be a really fantastic match because he, like, has that desire to just do everything now. He's like, what, 56 years old, something like that?
Yeah. How many destroyers we see in this match?
Yes.
It's going to be funny. Only one, and it's going to be from Kanemaru.
I like your optimism.
How many minutes in does Dustin get color?
I say 5. I call 5.
He didn't bleed in the match on Saturday or Friday.
He didn't? No way.
No, I don't think he
did. It's the face paint. It was the face paint.
Yeah, it was just the face
paint. It covered it up.
Red face paint. It was blue face paint too. But no, I don't think he bled on Friday. But I don't know what's going to happen there, but I just know that I was unironically, legitimately excited when Sho and Kanemaru showed up. I'm like, oh shit, okay, Dustin is going to do something with these guys, so it'll be fun.
I hope they win the belts.
It's a weird opener, but it'll be fun.
You want Sean them to win?
Yeah, I want Sean Kanemaru to be your ROH tag champs. Yes.
Yeah.
That would be cool too. Get him out of New Japan for a little while, maybe.
I don't mind. Fuck it. It'll get show away from them.
Yeah.
Get them out of the torture house.
And then in another tag title match for the IWGP heavyweight titles that are currently vacant. It is the Young Bucks returning to Japan and the Tokyo Dome to take on Great Okan and a mystery partner who we still don't know who it is yet.
It's
Robbie X.
Who? What is it, Will?
Templario.
Yeah, that's what we speculated.
Are they going to use Templario for real?
I mean, that's what we speculated on before.
But Templario is fantastic, and I would not be upset with him being in the thing. It's such a lame duck match if they don't have somebody like legit like out of nowhere to team up with Okan. But they're not going to put the belts on the Bucks, are they?
Yes.
Because they have completely nothing to do with AEW right now, as storyline wise. So it's like, fuck it. Let them do a little New Japan shit.
Because supposedly the rumor was they were going to do Naito and Hiromu against the Bucks at some point.
Probably, I would say if they could do that at Battle in the Valley, I guess, just 1 week later.
Yeah, because that's Cali, right?
Because
that's where they're from, right?
Because they do need to cash in their tag league win, so that would be a good main event for that show. So I think the Bucks, they have.
I've turned back around. Yes, I want the Bucks to win. I completely forgot about Hiromu and Naito. Yeah, that makes sense. Give them the belts. That gives Naito extra longevity because he could use a tag team thing going on, and they're a fucking great tag team because they've been teaming together for what 8 years now.
Yeah. So Templario is what we suspect, but any other possibilities that we gentlemen have on our minds?
Dangerous Jay.
Who the fuck is that?
The fucking little guy who's with
the new guy.
New Callum.
Yeah.
New Callum.
New Osprey.
New Callum sounds like a place in the northeast United States. It's in New Callum, Connecticut.
Or they can do the newest New Japan thing they could ever do, and it'd be Hanare. He's already back.
Right. Listen, I wouldn't mind that because I'd love Hanare to have a big match somewhere. He deserves it. He had a great year. It sucked that he had to get injured at just the wrong time.
I don't understand why they took the fucking belt off in the first place. Why did they get to take the belt off from? Like,
I mean, probably because they just didn't know what they were going to do, so they figured play it safe. We'll just do that.
And then you tattoo your face. We should reward you with a title.
Like, I mean, the whole thing with first of all, what the fuck happened with TMDK? Like, are they leaving or something?
I don't know because
they're not even on the show.
Year. No, I'm
on either one of the shows.
I assume they'll be in the Rambo.
I guess, but I mean that doesn't really count. I mean, I guess it's for the title shot, but only one person matters in that match, whoever it ends up being. It's not like it's an actual big match. Like Chase Owens
better not be Mikey Nichols.
But I mean, I'm really confused because they seem like they were finally, after all this time, going all in on those guys back in June, and then they lost the fucking belts to GYV. What the fuck? And then they lost the other belts to Okan and Hanare, and then I don't. The whole fucking thing is just a very awkward, odd scenario. I don't know what. It's just weird. The whole thing's so
maybe they're going back to NXT again.
It's weird. I don't know why they never bring that up though. It's kind of odd. Like every once in a while, I feel like Charlton's going to mention that they were at NXT because they were actually fucking awesome in NXT.
I didn't like him.
But you see, you didn't like him?
I didn't.
Why?
Especially that fucking Mikey Nichols.
What's wrong with Mikey? Might be the better one of the two.
He don't like him because he didn't join Retribution.
No, he looks like goddamn Roderick Strong.
What's wrong with
What's
that?
wrong with Roderick Strong?
Roderick Strong is
bland motherfucker.
He's first of all, Roderick Strong is the best bland wrestler of all time because he does not have bad matches.
That don't even make sense.
No, because he's bland.
That's bland.
Right? He's bland as fuck, right? But he's never had a match that's anything other than fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Every single match he has his low bar is fucking great. Roderick Strong.
He is this generation's Dean Malenko.
And look where that got him.
Exactly right. Well, yeah, people like us like him. That's all that matters to me.
Exactly.
I go back and watch.
Yeah. I thought Team DK was going to be all over Wrestle Kingdom this year, and they're just not.
Fuck them guys. And let's get to the next match.
The next match is gonna rip.
Why is she wrestling a good wrestler?
You mean Sheriff Howell?
No, I said a good
champion
wrestler.
versus champion.
Well, how dare you,
y'all? This is weird, okay? Because when you bring up the way you said it, right? So you bring up Mercedes hasn't done anything really good in AEW. I guess the one match with what match did she have? Did she have a really good one? I guess the stat one was okay. The stat one was good, and people talked about the Willow match, but I thought that match was I don't know. It was a waste of Willow's talents for some reason. I didn't like that match with Willow, but the match last week, rightfully, I think is the best women's match in North America in a long time. A Mercedes match was. Did you guys see that match from last week?
Yes, it was excellent. It should have gotten the 5 stars. Dave Meltzer can eat a dick.
Who gives a fuck? Who honestly gives a fuck? Will Ospreay gives a fuck. That's really it.
I just wanted it. I just wanted them to finally give up somebody a 5-star.
Fair.
In a women's match.
Them or Kurt Angle. Retroactive to give Kurt Angle one. But so here's my thing with Mina Shirakawa. Now I don't know her from anywhere other than AEW. I'll throw that out there. And so I don't know really what she can do. Like they gave her nothing with Mariah the other night, and that was just disappointing as hell. And so you guys tell me. You guys know better than me. Does she make Mercedes look like $1 million in this match, or does they have an okay match?
I think she will.
Yeah, I think she can go. So I think this is going to look a lot like the Hazuki match. Probably not as fast as that one, but I think this will be just good quality. I think this. If you told me this is the best match on the show, it would not surprise me.
Damn, really? All right. All right.
Now the question mark match. What is that all about? This
match, they haven't announced any participants for it yet.
You're like, damn, stop complaining about no CMLL guys.
Templario is going to be in this one.
Templarios working double.
And he's going to be in the New Japan side, though.
Yeah. New Japan
fuck you guys.
New Japan versus CMLL 8-man Lucha Gauntlet. So we're gonna.
You better have Valdalor Jr. You better have goddamn Teton. You better have goddamn. Yeah.
I'm guessing Atlantis Jr. is definitely in this. Because he's just in everything lately. I wouldn't mind.
Danhausen's best friend, Atlantis. All right, sweet. Look at pals.
Yeah, Atlantis Morissette.
What?
Isn't that God? No, fucking Danhausen helped Atlantis beat Mansoor on Friday.
Just as everyone predicted.
Exactly. We all expected it was going to happen. I thought it was going to be Cheeseburger, but I guess he was busy. Might
have been Cheeseburger under a mask.
That's a good point. That was probably Templario. I fucked that up. Templario. I lost my breath. I ran out of breath. But this one, so Hechicero, we think Hechicero is going to be in this one too?
That's probably a good call.
Ooh, yeah.
I like that.
You got to have some Hechicero, yeah.
Yeah. But, I'm trying to look at the card here. I didn't even know this match was happening until I literally looked at the thing just now. Because I didn't read the entire thing you sent me. Sorry. I stopped at the end of the Wrestle Kingdom show. So who else? Who could this be?
I mean, from the New Japan side,
Higuchi.
I get.
Well, I wouldn't be mad about it.
You could throw Fujita in there. Get him on this card.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Oh, Rocky's definitely
on which side? No, so Templario and Teton are going to be on New Japan side, and you're going to have Rocky on the CMLL side.
Rocky will be the referee.
Yeah,
Rocky's definitely and one of the participants. He'll be both.
Yeah, Rocky's definitely in this. He's got to get on this card somehow. It'll be just a high spot clusterfuck. It'll be fun. Whoever's in it. Speaking of fun, David Finlay takes on Brody King.
Now this will be a proven ground match for me.
Yeah,
everything that we just were critical about him on the other card, this is where he can turn it around for me if he loses, if he doesn't go into this match as champion. So, yeah, this is where you change my mind.
Because I don't think he's ever really worked a guy like Brody King.
Yes.
Like the closest he's gotten is Bad Luck
Fale.
Shingo. Yeah.
Well, like physicality wise, I mean, Bad Luck Fale is just like, ooh, me swing, you fall, you bump.
You know who
he's like he's like Jack on Tekken.
Yeah, we should have had Fale and that caveman guy on this card.
Oh yeah,
Caveman Ugg, fuck yeah, dude.
Caveman Ugg, hell yeah,
Ugg is fucking
I like that
great.
guy.
I love him. Oh, he's amazing,
yeah,
dude.
Best Fale match in years.
So
it was.
It really was. Brody versus Finlay. So my thing about this match is, again, I don't really think Finlay has bad matches. So again, it's not going to be bad. And Brody, of course, we all know how fucking great Brody is. They need to, and again, they need, who the fuck am I? They need to. But what I'd like to see is they play up the fact that, because in every match they play up how fucking strong Finlay is, because Finlay's a strong dude. Like, it doesn't make sense for his size to be as strong as he is. They need to play up the fact that he can't fucking lift Brody, and he's got to figure out a different way to win. And also, Brody just kicks the fuck out of him for a while, because that'd be beautiful.
Or we can go fucking batshit crazy, and he just tosses Brody King the fuck around the ring.
Let's do it. Okay, I'm on board with that now.
I want, because like he does that daggone that suplex toss thing that like Bray Wyatt used to do.
Yep.
I want to see him do that to Brody. I want to see him try. I want to see it now.
That's a Jeff Cobb thing too. Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, I'd see him go for that on Brody. Hit him with a power bomb too. Why not?
Fuck it.
Yeah.
This is, like I said, proving grounds. Show me something, damn it.
Finlay squashes Brody King.
Oh my God, that would blow my fucking top.
No comment.
And the crowd starts barking, but they are actually doing it for Finlay for real instead of Brody. They're barking for Finlay.
Now another weird match. We already got Shota Umino versus Claudio. This why it's like we should have did this card. This card should have been before Wrestle Kingdom.
This really was the preview card. It really is.
Yeah, but it's weird because like he has a title match the night prior, and now we're here fighting Claudio, so he can potentially, I do dick fingers, come in as the champion versus Claudio.
Well, the thing is, it's a possibility again because they're obviously dead set on doing Mox versus Shota. I'm assuming probably in April, I would bet. So it's kind of the same thing they did with him and Naito last April. So I mean, it's certainly possible that he's going to come into this match with Claudio and that Mox shows up, because they're leaning so hard into Mox not being there that I don't think he's not going to be there. So whatever. I mean, it's possible that he wins the belt, beats Claudio, and then Mox comes in and attacks him and beats the shit out of him, and they set up a match. But
I just had a bad thought.
Uh-oh.
You remember how you said that a lot of times Wrestle Kingdom, you'll get the next challenger come out and all that at the end of the show. What if it's Mox?
Oh my God! You just did. Yeah, that makes. Well, I'll say I don't know that they're going to do it that way, just because if they're going to bring him out, it's going to be after he wrestles. I think at least. Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah,
why did you do that to me?
Then again,
I don't want.
We
Mox
still have New Year's Dash.
Yes, but I don't want Mox anywhere near the belt again. It sucked last year.
Okay. Here's my thing about Mox on the belt. We'll get back to the card in a second. My thing with Mox on the belt is they just handled it really poorly. If they would have been like, you know what, fuck it, Mox, just leave America and just go over to Japan, it would have been great. If they would have they'd taken him, put him in, because from April through like July, Mox didn't really do anything in AEW anyway. You know, send him over, put him in the G1, and fucking go all out with it.
You know what? Fuck it. Let Mox be the next challenger, and he could put both of those titles inside the briefcase.
And then he can hang the briefcase in the junior heavyweight match and have it for that belt. I went too far. With it.
Yeah, you did.
Honestly, here's the thing: the briefcase was my college roommate.
God damn it!
I was trying to find the right place for it. That wasn't it.
Honestly, that was the best one so far.
Oh, wow. Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. That's very appreciative of you. Very nice of you. So, yeah, I don't know what is going on with this whole thing. You really put a sour note in my head with Mox coming out at the end of, after Shota wins and then Mox. Oh, that's ugly. That's ugly business.
Yeah.
Speaking of beautiful business, International Women's Cup Final.
We finally have the full lineup as of yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It is Willow Nightingale representing AEW, Athena representing Ring of Honor, Persephone representing CMLL, and Momo Watanabe representing Stardom.
The interesting thing to come out of this, following ROH Final Battle, is Athena retained her women's world title, and she is in this match. And she said in the presser after the pay-per-view that she is going to stay in Japan a while after this event. So we might have some more interesting matchups with Athena running around Japan.
Which is why I think Momo's winning this. I think that gives Athena a reason to stay. So you have a built-in singles match there.
Ooh, interesting.
And that match,
I like this. I like this Persephone character too.
Yeah, very much. But I think that singles match would be something that get me to watch really easy because Momo Watanabe is excellent.
One of your favorites.
Yes, and Athena is just
killing
on another level. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if we can get that match, and that's something that Athena's wanting to stay around for, I'd be totally into that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now the match,
win everything. So
yeah, me too.
That's all I'd say. Go ahead.
This next match is like it has the eyebrows and everything pointed toward it, and that's Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd.
Yeah.
This is the reason to watch the show.
I mean, Kenny's back.
I mean, this and show, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, what are we feeling? I mean, how do we feel about this?
I really want to see Gabe beat the fuck out of him and win. I don't know if they're going to actually let Gabe win the match.
No, I think Kenny needs to go undefeated this year.
But, say it again.
Kenny should go undefeated for the year.
Why? Dude, look.
Why not?
I like Kenny. I like Kenny a lot. I'm a big Kenny fan. But he's in his 40s too. Just let him. If he loses the match, it's not going to hurt him. And it can hurt anybody. Kenny losing the match. Right? And I've become really uninvested in AEW again. I don't really care so much about AEW. And so to me, and like I said earlier, mentioning how I think Gabe's my favorite wrestler right now, what does it do for Gabe? I mean, and again, they can have him go become an extra madman, you know, and he can go even more batshit crazy. See what I did there? It's just good. I learned that in college from my roommate. And so they could, I'm just going to keep going, do that with him. But it's going to be good either way. And when it comes down to it, I watch just because I want to see good matches. I don't really care that much about what they do next as long as they keep doing good shit. But I would just my heart would be happy if Gabe won the match.
Mm-hmm. If Gabe wins here, they're going to run it back. So I don't care either way.
Well, the way they do things is they do Wrestle Kingdom, then they do Forbidden Door, which I guess they're not. Are they still doing it this year?
Yeah,
I think that's in London.
Is that London? So they're going to do what, the All-In show in the United States, then London and like the O2 Arena or something like that, or maybe Wembley Arena. Yeah, then that would be even better. That makes even more sense then, because you're going to have Gabe in his home country. Oh, I had a revelation. All right. I want him to win both then. I want Gabe to win both matches.
All of them.
That's how I feel. Have him go 2-0 against Kenny, because fuck it. Again, Ken is not going to get hurt. And I want to see people bitch about it too.
Well, he might get hurt.
Maybe. He punched him in the belly. You know he's going to fucking...
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He's going to go after it. He's going to fucking destroy his stomach.
That's happening.
It's totally happening. But, I mean, one thing I do want to see, because I don't go on Twitter anymore, but I will go to Twitter because I want to watch everybody complain, and Reddit, and watch everybody complain about how Kenny's doing all this stuff in Japan and not in AEW, even though it was apparently showing up on Saturday.
Yeah. And then I'm fine with him not doing anything in AEW.
No, please. Again, I'm watching right now because I want to watch the Continental Classic because those matches are great, but I couldn't care less about anything else going on there right now.
Mm-hmm. Now, the next match that we have on the card is your future TV champion. No, I mean, not
Perry.
Not TV champion. What I'm talking about, global champion Yota Tsuji versus Jack Perry.
Scapegoat.
Who also could be your future global champion.
Damn right. Dude, just you put him in Japan and keep him there because he was really fun last year when he was part of the House of Torture. He fits in with that group really well. I just put him there, get rid of Evil, and let Narita run the House of Torture with Ren. And
I'm not mad at that.
And Jack. Ren, Show, and Jack are the three main guys. And, Dick Togo can run around fucking playing with other guys' dicks. That's what he does. But that's the group right there. Have Evil get killed, like legitimately just murdered. I love Evil, but have him get murdered on the 4th. And then the 5th, Jack Perry joins and Narita takes over.
And then he can rise on the 6th, on the 3rd day.
The 3rd day, he creates the new chaos. He joins the new chaos. He's the new leader.
Oh, and
why are we doing this?
He turns from evil to good.
The good.
Yeah! And he starts teaming with Bull Buchanan.
We did it. In the show now. 14 episodes.
We do, it's all
Kill
over.
it.
This really is the last episode, guys. We really did it.
Thank God.
I'm so glad I was here to kill another one.
I think it's very weird, those positions they put Jack Perry in. They just put him against guys who, like, what was the first? Was Sonata's world title? His first defense was against Jack Perry, which should have told you how much they wanted to invest in Sonata. But yeah, I think Jack's good in New Japan. I think this will be better. I think this will be better than people think it's going to be.
I think so too.
And I like Jack a lot. Thing is, I really think that AEW. I think Tony Khan is afraid to let some of his little guys be little. Like Jack Perry's a little guy. Let him be a junior, man. Let him run wild. Same thing with Darby. Like Darby would fucking destroy it in the juniors, but they're never gonna let him do it. They would not put him in Super Junior.
Well, but that's the thing, though.
Imagine Darby in Super Juniors. Good lord.
Exactly.
My God. But like,
Jack Perry was a little boy when he was with Luchasaurus.
But like, seriously though, I think like in stature, yes, Darby Allin makes sense, but like Darby Allin, the character, transcends all weight limits and whatnot.
He absolutely does. Like I said, the same with Hiromu too. Like Hiromu and that's a match that needed to happen 2 years ago, but hopefully it will happen soon. But yeah, I mean, with Jack, it's going to be a good match. It's not going to be a bad match. They don't, Tsuji doesn't have bad matches, and Jack really, honestly, doesn't really have bad matches either. But I just really wish that they would let guys like Jack Perry not try to wrestle like big guys, because he might wrestle like a chicken shit against Tsuji, because Tsuji's a monster. But that's a big thing. I'm gonna get into this because I'm gonna bitch about this now. A big thing about what they do with the little guys in American wrestling, they make him act like a chicken shit, but then beat the shit out of people. Like, you can't have it both ways. Like, Jack Perry makes believe he's scared, and then he spends a 20-minute match spending 15 minutes on top. And you gotta go one way or the other. Make him a junior and have him beat up the juniors, or make him a real chicken shit who runs away the entire match and gets the fuck kick out of him and wins at the end.
Dominic.
There you go. That's a beautiful way to put it. Exactly. Yeah. And he's a big boy too, isn't he? But yeah, like that's the classic formula too for heels, and it will get over in Japan like crazy. I'm gonna hear that later on. My wife heard me say that, and I'm gonna hear that later on.
Yeah, that's why he's in House of Torture.
But for real, and he fits there. That he's the perfect for House of Torture, and he should be running away from Tsuji the whole time, poke him in the eyes a couple times, kick him in the shins, like Taka does, and just get the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, put the goat head on him backwards so he can't see.
Exactly, that's beautiful. He can't see without front ways.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We talked too much about that match. What's the next one, guys?
Shingo Takagi versus Takeshita, or
no, it's Shingo or
Tomohiro
Takeshita. It's Shingo or Takeshita versus Ishii. Whoever wins the Wrestle Kingdom for the Never and or. What is which title is the internet? Which title is this?
International and
the Never.
Yes, international.
I'm putting all the money on Takeshita.
Yeah, I am too.
They don't do shit with Ishii no more. He ain't winning regardless of whoever comes in as the champ.
That's been the case for 8 years. I mean, or more.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's never going to get that world title match.
Nope. Hell, I think the highest he's been. I think the highest he's been outside of the Never is the damn United States title when that was a thing.
Yeah,
and then he didn't even win that.
The literal first match for the belt, actually, and that's really it. He was in the first match for that title.
And that match ruled.
It did.
I could talk about that match for an hour. I loved that match.
I could.
That match, the picture, the iconic picture from that match with Kenny hitting him with the suplex on the apron.
Or the drop kick to where he's like perfectly standing on top of his head and shit.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, I think anything Takeshi's doing this week is a Takeshi to win.
Yep. All votes for Takeshita.
And it'll be fun. It'll be Ishii taking some bumps and Takeshi looking like $1 million. And finally, the main event of Wrestle Dynasty. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ricochet.
So is Ricochet a heel now? Is that what I'm hearing?
Kind of.
He's alive.
I guess he does, because from what I am reading from people talking about what happens this Wednesday from the Hammerstein Ballroom from Sunday, is that he was just getting again, it's the New York City crowd, so they're probably going to boo him because they're making fun of him going, aha! But is he going, is that his new thing? Is he going to be a bad guy now?
It seems like it.
It seems like it, because he cheated to win, and he's talking all kinds of shit, but at the same time he looking like a bitch because the Hurt Syndicate like punked him out on television and shit. And then immediately after, he went into a backstage segment to where he got punked again by somebody else. It's just like
Swerve made him look dumb too. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So it's just like he been bitch mode, and just ever since then he's just been kind of like cheating to win. So like he been getting it. They threw, instead of throwing paper streamers at him, they threw toilet paper at him.
That I heard. That's fucking Jimmy Rave style, which really goes up against what was happening with Swerve. That's a Swerve thing now. Jimmy Rave and Swerve are guys. It's again full circle all night tonight. So with Ricochet, first of all, this does not feel like the main event of a big 2-card super show.
Yeah.
So that's a really odd thing, because when Ricochet jumped Sabre Jr. at the end of the G1, the final, it felt like, holy shit, Ricochet's coming back. He's a big boy now. He's gonna come back and do this big stuff. Hey, welcome back to Ricochet. Number one, they didn't have him even do a promo. That he has not existed in New Japan since that night. Yeah. Which makes it even more awkward that it's going to be the main event of a 2-night, gigantic card. I don't know. It's going to be a good match. Well, I've been saying this a lot for the January 5th show. It's going to be a good match, but I'm not really hyped for it. I don't see what comes of it.
Yeah, it's interesting because especially with the only other crossover cards we've had are the Forbidden Doors shows, and they're generally very AEW heavy as far as who wins, who comes out looking better. I mean, looking at this card, we're looking at we're still only looking at like maybe 3 of these matches that the New Japan guys go over.
Honestly, I think they're going to do the show and then they completely ignore that it ever happened. I think that's really what the case is here. Other than getting the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks. We'll talk about that's Tony Atlas.
The Young Bucks over here.
Hey, it's the Young Bucks. Oh, versus Naito and Hiromu, and that's what's coming out of that match right there. Because the rest of it, they will immediately
retcon.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be completely. It didn't really happen. So it's a show. We'll enjoy it, but it didn't exist. Nobody really cares.
Which that seems to be the running thing with these crossover shows, and I don't know. I mean, is New Japan getting much from these shows at this point?
I don't think. Here's the thing about that though, and this is it's another. My theme today has been the Western perspective, right? AEW makes the Forbidden Door shows. They're AEW pay-per-views. The last one was an AEW versus AEW main event for the AEW belt, right? So it's a belt. It's a show where they're trying to get some. It's Tony having a good time because it's not selling extra pay-per-views. It's not selling extra tickets. Having the New Japan guys over there. It's just Tony doing stuff for people like us who want to see those kind of matches.
Yeah, for the sickos.
Exactly, for the sickos, exactly. But New Japan clearly doesn't give a fuck about any of that. And they're doing this show because there was some sort of partnership, and they wanted to, I guess maybe in good faith, say that they're doing a New Japan AEW Ring of Honor CMLL Stardom Supercard. Because, again, when the conversation that I always laugh at is people say, hey, what is New Japan really getting out of this? Got to be honest, New Japan really doesn't give a fuck because they're a house show business. That's what they are. They're there to sell tickets to the Japanese crowd, you know? And so whether or not, you know, Zack Sabre Jr. beats Ricochet or loses to Ricochet or whatever the case may be, if January 6th comes around and that doesn't matter anymore. And New Japan doesn't care. They're getting some good ticket sales for the 5th. They're getting 2 dome shows, you know, and so it's going to be good for their bottom line to start the year. But in the end, you know, this card will be a fun thing that nobody's going to talk about ever again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that in a, like I said, New Japan is a house show business. Like, I realized that earlier today for some reason. That's why I love New Japan so much. Is New Japan is really just first of all, it is for legitimately just televised house shows. But it's really just, it's an independent show. It's the most corporate, actual close thing you're gonna find in an independent company. Like if you want to stick something like that, right? Because it's just nothing really matters until it does. Like all the Road 2 shows, all that stuff. Like people say you could. I don't skip anything. Like when I'm actually watching, I watch every single match and every single show. And with the exception of 2022, I have done that. But you can skip like a month worth of stuff and not really miss anything because it's just they're putting the house shows up on World so you can justify paying $10 a month. And I love that. And it's why I love New Japan so much. Yeah. Because that's really what it is, you know? And so that's why when I say, you know, nobody's going to give a crap about this show, I just stop myself from saying shit. Nobody's going to give a shit about this show. I don't mean that in a derogatory way at all. Mm-hmm. I mean it because it doesn't matter, because it's just awesome wrestling. And next month, we're going to deal with Shota being champion. That's it. Wait, how dare you? I get sad at the end there. Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that is Wrestle Dynasty. I think that's a good place to end it on for this week.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. We got this big super show for y'all to end off the year.
Yeah. Yeah, this was fun. I think we covered everything. I think we pretty much got all of it this time.
Yeah.
Yes, last show of the year for 24. I think the next time we'll talk to you, we'll be reviewing this show. We do have award shows coming up. We have a big year-end show with all 6 of the Fatal 4.
All 6 of Fatal 4.
Yes.
Sinister 6.
Yeah,
I mean, it's copyrighted, but so is everything else we do.
No, it's just Sin Mr. 6. I don't know.
We'll workshop it.
Yeah, we'll fuck it up.
Yeah. Nick, thank you for joining us today. This was fun.
Yes, dude. I'm like I said, I'm like legitimately excited for these shows. Like you can hear in my voice, I'm fucking excited for these shows. January 4th is going to be great. The 5th doesn't matter, but I really, really can't wait for both of those shows. So thank you guys for having me because I'm like, I don't think I'm going to sleep now because I'm wide awake and it's midnight when we're talking right now here on the East Coast at least. And so, yeah, no, thank you guys for having me. And I promise the next time I say I'm coming, I will not no show. And Will, I'm glad to finally speak with you. It's been nice.
More or less.
If he still has. There he is.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening. It's been a heck of a second half of this year with this show. I think we've done some pretty good work and looking forward to doing even better next year.
Thank you. Come again.
And that's perfect.
And that's why this is your B-Rob's last one.
Yeah. Oh no,
and
bye, B-Rob.
And if you're bring up, oh jeez, I can't do my outro.
Sorry, no way to.
Just 1 second.
Beautiful.
We'll get you your outro.
Go.
For B-Rob, for Will, and for Nick Marsico, I'm Kaz, and we'll see you next time.
And if you're celebrating a holiday, happy holidays.
Oh, I like how you did that.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. And now I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino-style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free, and each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.